a mouse, a control in hand, and a headset on my head. I'll guide you through life. It's a game I'm learning to master. We'll escape to virtual worlds where the possibilities are endless. From fantasy lands to sci-fi battles, we'll be relentless. But it's not just about the gameplay, it's about the connections we make. Coming together with friends, it's the joy we create. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, here to spread the cheer. Join me on this adventure, where gaming wipes away their tears. We'll level up in life, with every high score we achieve. Come game out with me, and together we'll achieve happiness in our way. Won't fall away, but it doesn't have to stay that way. That goofy counselor going to show us the way. I'm the gaming counselor, here to save the day, promoting self-care in my own special way. With a mouse, a control in hand, and a headset on my head. I'll guide you through life, it's a game I'm learning to master. We'll escape to virtual worlds where the possibilities are. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, counselor who games out. I'm the gaming counselor, the counselor who games out. I'm the gaming counselor, it's not just about the gameplay, it's about connections we make. Coming together with friends, it's the joy we create. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, here to spread the cheer. Really work relentless. But it's not just about the gameplay, it's about the connections we make. Coming together with friends, it's the joy we create. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, here to spread the cheer. Join me on this adventure where gaming wipes away the tears. We'll level up in life with every high score we achieve. Come game out with me, and together we'll achieve happiness in our way. I'm the gaming counselor, the counselor who games out. I'm the gaming counselor, it's not just about the gameplay, it's about the connections we make. Coming together with friends, it's the joy we create. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, it's right the chain, really work relentless. But it's not just about the gameplay, it's about the connections we make. Coming together with friends, it's the joy we create. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, here to spread the cheer. Join me on this adventure where gaming wipes away the tears. We'll level up in life with every high score we achieve. Come game out with me, and together we'll achieve happiness in our way. I'm the gaming counselor, here to save the day, promoting self-care in my own special way. With a mouse, a control in hand, and a headset on my head. I'll guide you through life, it's a game I'm learning to master. We'll escape to virtual worlds where the possibilities are endless. From fantasy lands to sci-fi battles, we'll be relentless. But it's not just about the gameplay, it's about the connections we make. Coming together with friends, it's the joy we create. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, here to spread the cheer. Join me on this adventure where gaming wipes away the tears. We'll level up in life with every high score we achieve. Come game out with me, and together we'll achieve happiness in our way. Won't fall away, but it doesn't have to stay that way. love going to show us the way. I'm the gaming counselor, here to save the day, promoting self-care in my own special way. With a mouse and control in hand and a headset on my head, I'll guide you through life. It's a game I'm learning to master. We'll escape to virtual worlds where the possibilities are. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, counselor who games out. I'm the gaming counselor, the counselor who games out. I'm the gaming counselor. It's not just about the gameplay, it's about the connections we make, coming together with friends. It's a joy we create. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, here to spread the cheer. Really work with this. And it's not just about the gameplay, it's about the connections we make, coming together with friends. It's the joy we create. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, here to spread the cheer. Join me on this adventure where gaming wipes away the tears. We'll level up in life with every high score we achieve. Come game out with me, and together we'll achieve happiness in our way. I'm the gaming counselor who games out. I'm the gaming counselor. It's not just about the gameplay, it's about the connections we make, coming together with friends. It's the joy we create. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, please spread the cheer. Really with this. And it's not just about the gameplay, it's about the connections we make, coming together with friends. It's the joy we create. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, here to spread the cheer. Join me on this adventure where gaming wipes away the tears.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the counselor's office. Mr. Gaming Counselor, and we are live again in the counselor's office. I said that too many times, but welcome, your bill faces. We are here. We're going to kick off the stream with some reacty racks. That's right, because there's a couple things that have happened that have got my attention, and I want to talk about it because it's what I do as a nerd. And why not? The people who watch me are also nerds, so we might as well nerd out together. I'm also doing this recording live for your beautiful faces, so let's jump into it. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? I'm ready. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the counselor's office for another episode of The Counselor Reacts. It is a fine Monday night for me, or afternoon, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to talk some shop. That we're going to talk about video games. More specifically, we're talking about PlayStation and Square Enix, because PlayStation has been in hot water recently due to its involvement in Helldivers. That's right, trying to force people to sign up for PlayStation accounts in order to play on PC. It makes sense. If you're on PlayStation, you should have an account for it. But on PC, you should not be reinforced. But I digress. Moving on to what's important is Square Enix, probably one of the most popular PlayStation studios, who makes Final Fantasy games. I would say Santa Monica is probably the other one, because God of War is pretty freaking popular. And whatever other studio does Spider-Man, that series is pretty popular too. But those are the ones that come to mind. We could probably list a bunch of others. But we're talking about Square Enix today. And as the title implies through IGN, Final Fantasy maker Square Enix will aggressively pursue a multi-platform strategy after profits tumble. That includes Nintendo platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Before we really dive into this, I just want a preference. I have an Xbox, I have a PlayStation, I have a Nintendo Switch. It's all just lined up over here. And then behind me, I have 3 PCs. One's the one I've had since high school. It is on life support, but it does great for using Photoshop. And that's about it. Then I have my streaming PC, and then I have my gaming PC. And then on the side over here, I have my gaming laptop that I also use to record. And currently I'm recording with it. That's a lot of PCs. No, I have no love life. But I do love games, and with that being said, I'm not choosing sides here in the console war. I think console war is stupid. I think people who I don't know, it's a self-confidence issue where people are like, PlayStation's better than Xbox. Listen, I was a kid back in high school. I used to buy into it, but I see grown adults that are buying into this. Can we just agree that if it's a good game, it's a good game? And what better yet, if it's a good game, everyone should be able to enjoy it. And that's what Square Enix is starting to lean towards, specifically because their sales have been bad, and which we're going to dive into and read about. Square Enix has announced a significant company reboot amid tumbling profits, reporting its financial performance for the financial year ending March 31st, 2024. Sales in the digital entertainment segment, which includes video games, rose by 2.6%, but profit fell by 15.8%. This, despite the sale of Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, Foam Stars. I don't know what the Pixel Remaster is, and Foam Stars I think is supposed to be like the knockoff version of the Squid Game for Nintendo. I forgot what it's called. And Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which was a fantastic game. I thought it was a great game, and I think everyone should play it. And when it comes to PC, which we know it is, it has happened for the original and for the Final Fantasy VII remake as well. Buy it on PC. It's going to be worth it. Specifically on HD games, the subcategory Square Enix uses to encompass all the above games, the company saw a significant operating loss of that's yen billion, so approximately $51.9 million. Holy crap. Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth both launched on PlayStation 5 exclusives, and while Square Enix has announced a sale figure for Final Fantasy 16, it is yet to do so for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the second game in the company's trilogy of Final Fantasy VII remakes. In its financial report, all Square Enix would say is it has suffered from an incomplete journey to better profitability in HD game development, and that it had launched many titles, but some failed to live up to profit expectations, especially outsourced titles and some AAA titles. It seems like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, at least, is included in that. I think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was fantastic. I will say that it wasn't the most engaging. Like some people were interested in watching it. It's one of those games that I don't think is enjoyable necessarily to watch. It's a game that you want to play. And I think most people who probably cared, if they're watching something, I think guides in YouTube videos flourished. Maybe Instagram posts and shorts. Those are probably fantastic videos, and they probably made a lot of money, a lot of views. But watching streams and maybe full YouTube videos, people didn't care because one, it's a long freaking game, and it takes hours. Like I've struggled to edit I have maybe 500 gigs, or not 500. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, actually, that's about right. 500 gigs. I kid you not. I've used a terabyte full of memory I've still got to go through. I've used a lot of memory to play 100 hours of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It is a great game, but there's no way someone's going to want to watch 100 something freaking hours when it's like a story based. Like I can see like Elden Ring because there's a lot non-stop action and it's usually new and fresh. Whereas Final Fantasy VII was more of a story. But we're talking about only on PlayStation. That's another key factor. Elden Ring was meant for everyone except Nintendo Switch. And so more people were invested in it. Do you think Xbox players are going to care? Nintendo players are going to care about Final Fantasy VII? Absolutely not. They're just, it's whatever. Now, when it comes to PC, they'll care. It might have more views. In response to the tumbling profits, Square Enix announced that what it calls Square Enix Reboots and Awakens, a 3-year plan for rebooting for long-term growth. This involves a rethink across all parts of business, but the highlight is a shift to a multi-platform strategy. Square Enix said it will aggressively pursue a multi-platform strategy that includes Nintendo, that's interesting, PlayStation, Xbox, and PCs. Note that the wording here for Nintendo platforms, so Nintendo is set to announce its Switch successor console before April 2025. Yeah, who knows? Maybe we get a Nintendo that can actually run a Final Fantasy game. That would be pretty neat. Imagine Cloud and Pikachu. Hey, wait, we actually do that in Smash Bros. But outside of Smash Bros, imagine. As part of this multi-platform push, Square Enix said it will build on an environment where more customers can enjoy our titles in regard to major franchises and AAA titles, including catalog titles. The suggestion in all this is that mainline Final Fantasy games will ditch PlayStation exclusivity going forward, although Square Enix has yet to announce specifics beyond the Final Fantasy XVI's upcoming launch on PC. I'll be honest, this is going to be our interesting take. Maybe it's not interesting. I don't know. The climate for console wars is like up in the air. I'm going to say I think the console war should die. Absolutely should die. I think the more people that play a game, the better. I think the more people involved in the community of a game, the more it's going to flourish. The more likely there's going to be more of that being made. Like, I can think of games that have just like died off in relevance because it wasn't made for other platforms. Have y'all ever heard of a game called, holy crap, I just had a brain fart? It was another PlayStation game. Legends of Dragoons. There he goes. Yeah. I'm not crazy. I had a brain fart. Legends of Dragoons. Now, its timing when it came out was also pretty bad because of Final Fantasy VII, unironically. But this was a fantastic game. But it was only PlayStation. And yes, back in the day, it was more acceptable to have this console war. But I think now if more people are investing in PCs, gaming PCs, and let's be honest, yes, there is a population who can't afford it. But I think there is a growth in people who have gaming PCs or can afford a low-end PC to the minimum. And so with this investment in PC gaming, it makes sense that you need to ditch. No one's going to want to use consoles when they have a PC. I feel it. Like I feel like my consoles right now are paperweights. They're expensive paperweights that once in a blue moon I get to play with. In fact, I would argue and say I'm more likely to sell my Xbox than my PlayStation because at least PlayStation has games that are worth actually buying, whereas Xbox, I can mostly get all of them on PC, which is fine. I would rather give Microsoft my money on a Windows computer that is also made by Microsoft. So they're getting my money one way or another, right? But overall, this game died because if it was made for also Xbox, even though Final Fantasy VII was out during this time, it would have gotten more love. And you could argue it wasn't that good game. I argue against it. It was definitely a solid game. Now, back to our story. Again, I just think the more people that have access to a game, just the better. I think it's a win-win. Everyone is able to enjoy and have a good time. There's also a shift from quantity to quality. Thank you. We need that in just the gaming sphere in general. Less quantity, less games. We don't need a Call of Duty, Call of Booty every 3 months. I know it's not like that. It's every year, but we spacing it out, man. Let's give us some quality in our games. Quality. I know that doesn't make the bank, but come on. Square Enix said, and bid to deliver insured fun, Square Enix has been accused of pumping out too many Final Fantasy games in too short of a time frame. I agree. So perhaps this means except for Final Fantasy Rebirth, it took them a while to pump that out, and I think that's a perfect example that they're letting it cook. It's unfortunate. I think there's also Final Fantasy in games general. I think there's a fatigue. I think with so many Final Fantasy games coming out, people are definitely fatigued with it. They're like, give me a break. Overall, it's tough time for Square Enix, which has already absorbed approximately 140.9 million in what is called content abandonment losses ahead of today's financial report. Square Enix did not name the canceled or rescope and development titles. Looking ahead, Dawn Trail, the expansion for ongoing MMO Final Fantasy XIV launches in late June. I've heard good things about this though. Last I checked, this is one of the better online MMOs, especially people comparing it to like Diablo and all these other games. I hear it's in a really good state. Square Enix has also Kingdom Hearts 4 and the third game in the Final Fantasy Remake trilogy and Dragon Quest 12 in the works. In February, Square Enix director and president Takashi Kaoru, I don't know if I said that right, apologies if I didn't, reportedly told analysts about the plans to create a new company structure following failing sales in its digital entertainment business, despite the release of Final Fantasy XVI in June. Square Enix said the PS5 exclusive sold 3 million copies, which is pretty impressive during the launch week. A PC port is in the works. In January, Final Fantasy XVI producer Nakoe Yoshida said it might be time for a younger generation to lead the franchise and helm Final Fantasy XVII. Woo! That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily a younger generation because then we're going to get some... Listen, I think the stories are fine. I just think there might be fatigue. And then the fact that the exclusivity really turns people off. Like, there are people who generally will not touch a PlayStation game, even if it's on PC, because it's from PlayStation. That's how... I'm going to be nice. How some people's point of views, it impacts their sales. They're not going to spend the cash if they don't have to on something that they don't like. And not just because it's a bad game, but because it's a PlayStation thing. Again, it's weird. You can be part of the console war. I'm not. I am definitely silently judging you. I guess I'm openly admitting it, but I'm definitely judging you. I think we can agree that the more the merrier, and the more people that are enjoying it, the more you got more opinions, people who are able to criticize and actually criticize, because a lot of people now are like, oh, if you criticize a PlayStation game, oh, that means you're an Xbot, or you don't like PlayStation. People find a reason. Like, I can think of one game specifically, The Last of Us 2. People were so defensive about it, but the reality is, it was, in my opinion, it was a bad game because it butchered it. It was nothing but a character assassination soup. Not because there was homosexuality in it, or because it was a woman lead story. Like, I don't care. Ellie is cool. I don't care. I just don't like the character assassinations that were happening in the story. So personally, I again, more people, more opinions, more improvements, whether you agree or disagree. And I think if a game or a title gets more sales because of it being on PC and Xbox, that means that that studio is less likely to shut down and is able to continue to make the games we enjoy. It's a win-win. You shoot yourself in the foot with PC gaming, especially up the increase, on the rise. You're shooting yourself in the foot by not reaching out and getting that free money in your pocket by just selling it to people. It's just crazy, the mindset. And I know you want your console to sell, but I think that we will eventually get to the age where consoles will be obsolete and people are going to try to make a cheap and affordable PC. That's what I think is going to happen. Consoles are going to evolve into PCs that you're going to be able to hook up and play Steams. I've said this in the video before, but I really do want to say, and I think that would be good. I think that would be a solid way. Think about it, a $500 PC. Would it be like the most bang for the buck? Maybe not, but it would be affordable and the games that would function on it would function on it. I don't know what that looks like. I'm not an engineer, but it's just a hopium, right? Hopium that maybe one day that will become a reality. And it would benefit everyone because then people on console could also enjoy PC games too. W's all around. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Until next time, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and as always, don't forget to be the best version of yourself. Talk about PlayStation. I have an Xbox controller right here. Yeah, don't hate me. Game out. Huzzah. All right. Yeah, I do think it's pretty interesting. I hope they do, though. All right, what's next on the docket? Oh, yeah, this crap. Welcome to the Counselor's Office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, and we are back with this crap. What is it with the gaming industry where it almost seems like we're just trying to do some of the sneak in the scummiest things? First, it was Battlestate Gaming with their sales and then trying to reword and change their entire website and how they their sales structure and how they treat their dedicated fans. Then you have PlayStation trying to force everyone to sign up for a PlayStation account on PC, and then they change the wording on being optional to sign up or not have to sign up. And now we have this. Marvel Rivals has been called out for having a clause in their creator contracts not allowing them to disparage the game or even make jokes about it. And let's read it. You guys, well, you may not be able to read all of it, but I'll read it for you. Non-disparagement. The content creator agrees not to make any public statements or engage in discussions that are detrimental to the reputation of the game. This includes, but not limited to, making disparaging or satirical comments about any game-related material, such as game features, characters, or music, engaging in malicious comparisons with competitors, or belittling the gameplay or differences of Marvels, or providing subjective negative review. So you can't say anything bad about our game. You know it's a garbage game. And no, I take it back. This could be a great game, and I will still think it's garbage. And here's why. If you do not feel confident in your game that you have to sneak this in, this is like low PP energy. This is cowardness. You can't, and I can think of multiple people. I can think of like people who, like, I've done like some skits. I've done skits for intros and stuff like that, but I can see people who are like reviewing the game and they do a satirical joke about it. You can't do that. I've seen people talk about the differences in their competitors. So I've heard a lot of people were talking about this being closely resembled to Overwatch, Marvel's Rivals. I'm very curious. So I just want to see what it looks like. I just want to see. I just want to see. NetEase. I've heard nothing positive about NetEase. All right, we got our prototypical, yeah, anime. It's like anime meets Marvels, and then oh my god. Okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, this is definitely Overwatch. All that's missing is you have to follow the moving objective. That's kind of neat. I'm not gonna lie, this could be definitely pretty cool, but let's not act like this isn't Overwatch. It's better if they just own it. Like, inspiration is okay. It's not like you're one for one stealing from Overwatch. It's very much, even the health bar is the same. The health bar looks generally the same. The hit markers is Overwatch. This is Overwatch, but with superheroes. And I don't see anything wrong with that. Team up. Okay, so this is really freaking cool. This might actually be a good game. It's just so freaking weird that you would feel the need to say you can't criticize or even compare us or do anything satirical. It's so weird. Okay, that is weird. I will say that having Galactus as a female is super weird. Galactus is a male. Comic books is a pro-dominant male. Like, I don't know what La La Land people live in. Like, oh, we have to be inclusive. That's great. That's why we have female characters that are awesome. Galactus is supposed to be a villain. So sure, let's make Galactus a sexy mama. Honestly, that's probably the reason they did it. It's like, why have super villain when you could have super sexy villain? Hey, Stellar Blade people, we know you like sexy mama, so we have evil sexy mama. I guarantee some of the microtransactions is going to be female Galactus in a Galactus bikini. Oh my God, it's going to be Galactus in a freaking bikini, dude. What a time to be alive. Eat your heart out, nerds. Female Galactus in a bikini. That is so freaking... She doesn't even look... Galactus is this big, angry person, but she looks like... Oh, stop. That's what it looks like. I know what you're doing. I'm not stupid, Marvel, or whoever is making... Like, I'm not stupid. Surely, a game made by Marvel is not going to be good, so they make this clause. It could be good. Honestly... I would try it out if it's free. Maybe I'll see if I don't know. I don't think it's out, but it is a really bad precedent to set that if this becomes acceptable, can I speak? You know what's not acceptable? My English. I swear. This is not okay. This is selective journalism. That's what this is. This is selective journalism. If you're not for us and you're against us, you can't review our game. Ah, I see. So, screw freedom of speech. Good thing I live in America and I'm still going to talk about your game. If it sucks, it sucks. It's just, how can you so blatantly say you cannot discuss in a negative way? Belittle the gameplay or the differences or provide subjective negative reviews of the game. Okay, so I have to quantify why your game is bad or good. Okay, so objectively, this game is having better sales than this game, your game. Is that objective enough for you? I don't know. I saw this and I was just baffled. I was just like, but why? Why is this a thing? It's crazy how people think anyone who's a creator for a game has this, when in reality it's pretty rare. I don't know why they would have creators do this when the game looks pretty solid as is. Hey, God, that's what I was saying. Why would you, like, that just immediately turns me off, because it's like, okay, that's scummy and I don't want to reward your scumminess, because if they think this is acceptable, they're going to continue to do it in the future. I don't think this is accidental. I don't think this is like some kind of default in the contract. I'm not a content creator in the fact that people, like, I'm not popular. right? I don't have millions of subs where people want to pay me to play their game, right? I'm not in that zone. So I wouldn't know how often this happens, but this shouldn't be a thing. Please review our game. No bad reviews allowed. We want to know what you think, but only what you like. Gamers everywhere. Pretty much. Games suck. Hey, JK. Your game sucks. I mean, I'm just joking, man. It was just a joke. I'm just joshing you. Man, the mechanics in this game are just ripped from Overwatch. I'm just joking. It's just joshing you. It's just joshing. Good. LOB, nobody signing that crap. That game sucks because they launched ranked without a role queue. Now you're forced to play with 4 damage characters per lobby. Ooh. I can understand that during an invite-only closed beta, they want feedback, but don't want it drugged through the mud because it's literally in closed beta. Closed beta games are almost always crap for balance and such, especially since only a small piece of content is released. Yeah, but couldn't you word it in a way that not that when they release it, they have to make that disclaimer? Like, you can make it in part of the contract that you disclose. This is a beta, that there is specific things that are not finished. You're going to see like mistakes. You're going to see things that need to be fixed. You can make that part of their contract. Like, they have to sign and agree to your terms that you want them to accomplish when reviewing your game. You could specifically say you need to tell them this and that it's still a work in progress if that's what you're trying to imply. It's like they know they're a blatant Overwatch clone. The amount of heroes that are straight up ripoffs is kind of insane. But let's be honest. How many Chinese ripoffs of mobile games are there, and yet people still dump tons of money into it? It's better to just own it, accept it, and live with it, and people are still gonna respect you for that and still play your game. Gamers are stupid. Let's be honest. The amount of people that spend money on Overwatch, even though Overwatch blatantly disrespects its community, there's stupid gamers and they will still play your game. But the ones that would never touch this might be more likely to touch it if you show them respect and say, you know what, we accept what we really are. We're not going to lie and hide it. And please give us your opinions. We may not use it, but all opinions and reviews are welcome. But this game is still supposed to kill Overwatch. Barack Obama, this game sucks. Let's go back to VR chat. My dude really tagged the president of the United States. Just on a side note, what are the chances that he actually checks, like, this is his actual, and he's checking this guy and he's like, what the hell is this guy? What? What's Overwatch? He's maybe if they actually put time and effort into the design, not just a third person Overwatch clone, they wouldn't need this clause. I don't know. I thought outside of the weird, sexy Galactus, I thought it looked fine. Like, I mean, it's very obvious it's a clone. It's not even, I wouldn't even say inspired. It's definitely a clone. But how many Call of Duty clones do we have? There's a lot. And I think competition's a good thing. Truthfully, I do. And the more we get these kind of games, maybe games like Overwatch will improve and they'll stop doing scummy practices. So as much as people want to grill and make fun of this game, I actually think this is a good thing. Competition is always a good thing. Truthfully, competition's always a good thing. So people might grill it. I don't know how it actually plays, and maybe if it's free to play when it comes out, I'll actually give it a try myself. But I think it's good. I wish there was more competition for other games, like a solid competitor to Call of Duty, because I want Call of Duty to be so much better than it is. But there's so many knockoffs of Call of Duty, and none of them are really like hype. There's nothing like, I think X Defiant's coming out, but even people are saying that is not necessarily as good. Like, it's not the Call of Duty killer or anything that's really going to inspire competition. And that's all right, I guess. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I mean, it looks cool for what it is. I mean, it's very obviously an Overwatch clone. Like, you can't even, there's no way to just, there's no way you could paint this any differently. It is 100% an Overwatch. Oh my God. Even they have Soldier. This is 100% Soldier. And, or whatever the dude is who has the hammer. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, guys. Again, I think this is a bad precedent to set. I think, here's my take. Gamers, modern gamers stink. You have developers that put crap on a plate, and it's not just crap on a plate. Like it's been microwaved, it's on fire, whatever, and they serve it in, instead of being like, heck no, I don't want that. We have people who modern gamers, you just get the spoon out and they just kind of get a little, you know what? It's not that bad. It's not, you know what? I can tolerate this just a little more. Yeah, flaming turd. Yeah, I'll eat some of that. And that's what we get in the gaming community, the gaming world. It's we are accepting crap like this and what these game developers do, and they keep pushing it and they keep pushing it and they keep pushing it. And we don't push back, or at least not as much as we should. Like, another example is EA selling games for like $130 and it's digital only. And EA believes, oh, well, people don't care if they own the game anymore. I'm sorry. I still like holding CD disc, or I like having it on Steam because I know that if I download it on my PC, most of the games that I have that are single player, I can boot up offline. Like, we're getting to a day and age where I'm starting to see that pirating games is becoming more acceptable. Especially when you have scumbag companies doing scumbag things, this amongst them. It makes me like, you know what? Yeah. When we get to the point in gaming where you 100% no longer own it and they can flip the switch and turn off that you own the game, I'm gonna go to pirating 100%. But as for this crap, if you have to pay for this, I'm not going to reward a game by spending cash on it that has this in their clause, because it's scummy. It's scummy. Call it out. Don't accept it. I'm Mr. Game Account in the comments down, but what you think. As always, until next time, don't forget to be the best version of yourself. Game out. Huzzah. All right. What else do we have? This one. Yes. I wanted to see this and talk about this bad boy. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, and welcome to another episode of the Counselor Reacts. Today, in the Counselor's office, we have Xbox President Bond on the gamer's future. I'll be honest, I just got done reviewing and talking about PlayStation, or necessarily PlayStation, but Square Enix on the PlayStation side of things. Xbox has been doing so bad. They fired 4 different studios. It's crazy what is going on with all the firing. But Xbox, in my opinion, is not doing so hot. I mean, what's going on with Halo? Halo used to be a staple. It used to be the name brand on top of the Xbox, the Wombo Combo, and now it's the unwanted stepchild that you occasionally say hi to, and then you walk away from and act like they don't exist anymore. I'm curious to see what's going on in Xbox. So let's mute up and let's jump into it.
Please welcome to the stage Sarah Bond, president of Xbox at Microsoft, for a conversation with Bloomberg's Dina Bass.
The video game industry is just not growing, and there's a real need to figure out how to reverse that.
It's not growing because people keep pushing out crap. You're pushing out quantity and not quality. That's why it's not growing. Not only that, but if you're comparing figures to COVID, during the time of COVID kind of skewed everyone's numbers. And I think people were foaming at the mouth because of COVID. Not, well, maybe because of COVID, but because of what was happening with people buying and being stuck inside, people were playing more video games. So sales went straight through the roof. And now we're stabilizing. We're going back down to a post COVID world where things are back to normal. People aren't playing an ungod amount of video games in an unhealthy way. It's to say that the amount of games that people are playing during COVID time, that's not normal. Pandemics aren't normal. The experience wasn't normal.
Causing the issue, and how does Xbox turn it around?
Yeah, the last year or so in video games, largely the industry's been flat.
Because the games are flat.
2023, we saw just some tremendous releases.
Yeah, like, wait, I don't know. I was about to say Elden Ring. That's not true. Baldur's Gate. There it is. Baldur's Gate. Game of the year.
Tremendously groundbreaking games, but still the growth didn't follow all of that. And
I mean, not for you.
To our need to bring new players.
Yes, because Redfall is definitely bringing the growth. We all remember Redfall, right?
Make gaming more accessible, but all of that has been happening at the same time that the cost associated with making these beautiful AAA blockbuster games is going up. And that's one of the problems here. It doesn't have to be beautiful. Like quality over quantity, but quality isn't necessarily like. Here's the thing. People still are going back. Like right now, people are playing Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. People are playing Pokemon. All these old games that are like 8-bit, old, janky looking things. But people are having a fantastic time because that's the thing. If it's a fun and enjoyable game, it has good gameplay. Graphics is like the cherry on top. I know there's going to be people who are going to die on the hill. But if you've seen any of Unity and the things that people can make using Unity, you can make any trash look good. It's like taking a turd and then putting like a 4K picture on top of the turd. It looks pretty, but underneath it's still a turd. Time it takes to make them is going up. And so much of our focus as Xbox is about how we do things to help the industry all up, while also ensuring that our brand, everything that we do is there through this moment of transition.
I will give them credit that Xbox was like one of the ones pushing for crossplay when that was a whole thing. Like PlayStation was resistant to the entire thing, but Xbox was like, yeah, let's do crossplay. Let's do it. But I think to a certain degree, we have to give Xbox some credit because they're right. They have been kind of trying to push up the whole community. But when it comes to their own company, their games have been not good, to be nice.
Related to some of the trends you're identifying, earlier this week, Xbox announced the shuttering of 4 game studios. I know you're not the studio's chief, but how should gamers understand?
Yeah, that's a good question.
In terms of Microsoft's commitment to developing innovative exclusive games.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic. Hey guys, we're gonna buy all these companies, and then our studios, and then we're gonna close them all down. Like it almost feels like it almost feels like they're trying to take away competition. Is that weird? Like that kind of feels like it. Like, hey, we're just gonna buy the competition and close it. The reason I say that is I watched a movie where that was like one of the characters, I forgot. God, what is the? I don't know. I watched a freaking movie, whatever, and this was what was going on, and so it kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah, it's always extraordinarily hard when you have to make decisions like that. I'll go.
As someone who also frequently blinks when they're
they're nervous. That was like really like spastic blinking. She was desperately trying to think of like a response because she doesn't have a good one.
Go back to what I was saying about the industry, and when we looked at those
U-turn. She played the Uno card.
we feel a deep responsibility to ensure that the games we make, the devices we build, the services that we offer are there through moments, even when the industry isn't growing and when you're through a time of
Well, answer the question about the four people, like the four studios. Like, are you going to talk about that, or are we just going to talk about how we're just trying to better the gaming world?
transition. And the news we announced earlier this week is an outcome of that.
Uh-huh.
And our commitment to make sure that the business is healthy for the long term.
So we're going to spend our money to buy companies, but then we're going to shut them down because we want to make sure our company is healthy. And it's not like yes, Redfall, the studio that made Redfall, I think it was Arkham. I gotta see because it's gonna bother me. Let's see. What is it? Dishonored creator. Who made it? Because they also made Dishonored, which makes me sad. Arcane Studios. Yes, they shut down Arcane Studios, which sucks because that means we're not getting Dishonored 3. Son of a gun. But it's kind of funny because they were forced to make a crap game that they didn't want to make. So these people, the leaders, forcing a studio to make a crap game. And then they didn't babysit said studio who's not used to making that kind of game. And then they are the ones that are shut down. I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like some people in the head office should be the ones losing their job.
But that said, our commitment to having our own studios and working with partners to have games large and small, we're a platform where you can play GTA, but you can also play Power World, where you can play Call of Duty.
Hey guys, hey, don't worry about don't worry about the studios that we just closed. Hey, Power World, remember that? Remember Power World? You guys love the Pokemons now it's on Xbox. Don't worry about those other studios. Just hey, Joe, kick that dead body over. Yeah, that studio, it's dead. Kick it over. Okay, it's out of sight, it's out of mind. You like Pokemons, right? Pokemons, we got Power Worlds. Got Power World? She is so desperately trying to skirt around this. It's funny.
And you can also play Pentiment. That doesn't change.
You know what does change? The fact that I won't get Dishonored 3. I am salty.
Our commitment to Bethesda and the role that it plays is part of Xbox and everything we do.
But what about the 4 other companies you shut down? Dude, she's a master class of just going around the question.
It's actually been pretty fantastic. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to check it out.
Star World? I did play that. It is, let me explain Star World. You go to a planet, you get 50 people that you don't even hear or interact with, and you immediately get side quests. You don't know where it came from. You steal a piece of cheese off the ground, and then suddenly you're joining a space bandit gang somehow. And then, let's see, you go to alien worlds, kind of like Halo, and instead of having this cool thing with a ring, you just do this thing where you're just going through glitters in space, and then you get an artifact, and you do that same thing 50 times, and then the aliens, I guess you would say, they're there, but they're not really complex, and it's very boring. Yeah, that's Starfield. Also, you have like 50,000 dead planets and you have to walk. But you also have to worry about being burdened because if you pick up 3 sheets of paper, suddenly you're overwhelmed and you can't walk anymore. So, and if you trip over a rock, you die because you're overwhelmed and you can't really move. Yeah, that's Starfield.
The Fallout TV show was on Amazon, and it's been great to see people fall in love with that universe, but also what it's done for the games themselves.
Yeah, that's because it was a pre-established universe. It wasn't something new and half-baked. It was based on a good story, on a good game, or at least the story itself was good, but it was based on good grounds, and it showed respect to the games. Whereas you make new games or force people to make new games that have no basis and are just obviously garbage.
And people going back and exploring everything that's inside of that. There's some other great things that are coming from our studios later this year. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I was a big indie fan growing up. Looks like you were too. So you should check that out. But really right now for us and our teams, our focus is on the people impacted and doing everything that we can do to help them through this hard transition.
Transition, aka we're firing them. Like, I really do hope, even though they're shutting down, I hope what she's implying, and she's not, I don't know if she's going to say it, but what I really want to hear is we're shutting down the studio, but we are relocating these people. I hope that's the best case, because then those people that made great games like Dishonored are going to be able to still, on Hi-Fi Rush or whatever it's called. Apparently that was such a huge hit. It just didn't have the player base, but it was a really good game. I hope those people get relocated. Truly.
I think one of the things that was most upsetting both to Xbox gamers and to employees is that, you know, one of the shuttered studios in particular just created a hit game, did really well on Game Pass.
Hi-Fi Rush, yep.
Engagement and won a ton of awards. Shouldn't succeeding in that way ensure the future of a studio?
You know, one of the things I really...
Hold on, let me go back. I want to see her leg. Was it shaking?
In terms of engagement and won a ton of awards. Shouldn't succeeding in that way...
I have to see, because I swear I saw her leg shaking.
You know, one of the...
Ah! It was! Holy! Oh, yeah. That is... sorry, as someone who's in psychology, I analyze body motion. That is such a clear sign. You see how... I want you to look at it.
Won a ton of awards. Shouldn't succeeding in that way ensure the future of a...
I want you all to look and see if you see it.
You know...
Right there. It suddenly, when she's fine, and then when she's getting ready to talk...
You know, one of the things...
She starts shaking, because this is a nervous tick. It's very obvious that's a nervous tick, because she's really, like... She's on the hot seat with that one. Ooh, baby. Now I really want to hear what she has to say, because whatever it is, she's very nervous about this.
Things I really love about the games industry is it's a creative art form. And it means that the situation and what success is for each game and studio is also really unique. Like, there's no one size fits all to it for us. And so we look at each studio, each game team, and we look at a whole variety of factors when we're faced with sort of making decisions and trade-offs like that. But it all comes back to our long-term commitment to the games we create, the devices we build, the services, and ensuring that we're setting ourselves up to be able to deliver on them.
What the hell are you talking about, woman? It doesn't make sense. She just asked you, this game was a hit, it had multiple rewards, it was successful, it was very popular, you shut down the studio, and you're just skirting. It's like fun. It's like, it's just like Dory. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. And that's in her head. That's what she's doing. She's like, how do I get around this question? I don't have a good response. Because you know what the real response is, ladies and gentlemen? It's because awards don't equal cash. They don't care about awards. They don't. They do not care about awards. You can give them 30,000 awards. They don't care because awards ain't cash. It ain't cash money. And that's what companies want. They are greedy. If you don't think gaming companies or any company is greedy, they are greedy. Absolutely. They are greedy. They want more. They are in the business of making money. They're not in the business to make games just for enjoyment. Yes, they want to make it enjoyable because that's how they make money. But they will, if people were to say, gamers will buy anything, even if it's not fun, they'll still buy your product. Do you think they would take the time to make a game fun? I mean, I'm sure there'd be some studios that would fight for it because they want to, because it's like an art form for them. But then there's definitely going to be a push for just pushing out garbage because they know people will buy it. And it's already happening because at the end of the day, it's about money. But she won't ever admit that. She won't ever admit it didn't close because it wasn't successful. It didn't close because it wasn't a good game or they had good games. They closed because awards don't make us money.
Those promises.
Talking, further about
That is such a crap response.
areas for
We're
Xbox.
keeping our promise to keep our promise for the health of the company. Does that answer your question about why we shut it down even though? It's because the health of the company.
Growth, and this was also one of the key bets in the Activision acquisition was mobile. What's the Xbox plan for future mobile gaming, and when can we finally see it?
It feels like it's been a long time since we announced the Activision acquisition, which we completed in October.
I mean, that was like Call of Duty. Everyone, when they said Activision, the biggest thing about Activision was Call of Duty. That was kind of like the overall premise. Activision equals Call of Duty. No one cares about the mobile, even though Call of Duty mobile is a big thing. I don't care for it. And I'm going to be honest. I may be a millennial, but I will still agree and say that there's a large chunk of people who don't care about mobile gaming. Unless my mobile gaming gets me the same quality of gameplay as like Final Fantasy VII or Halo 3, I don't care. I'm not playing that crap. Now, yes, you can play the original Final Fantasy VII, I think, on your phone, which is pretty cool. But outside of that, like, if it, I don't care.
Whole thesis about that, a lot of why we did it was about mobile. And we felt strongly that there has been an opportunity for there to be an experience on mobile that is centered around gamers. Like, we talk a lot about how there's 3 billion gamers in the world. 2 of those billion play on mobile, and half of those actually play on mobile and they play on another device. But there isn't actually a gaming platform and store experience that is centered around players and goes truly across device, where who you are, your library, your identity, your rewards, that travels with you versus being locked to a single ecosystem. And we've recognized that opportunity for a long time, but we wanted to make sure that anything we built was really grounded in people who play those mobile native games and the creators of them. And so being joined with a team that has real deep expertise in mobile was important to us.
I'll be honest. I don't need my crap going to mobile. I'll be honest. I don't care. I don't need, like, I agree that yes, if I go on PC, my stuff for on PC, and it does. I usually, like, my Call of Duty stuff, like, links. It travels with you, which is really cool. I have on PC, my Call of Duty stuff also goes to PlayStation. It also goes to Xbox. Neato. I think that's fine. I don't need everything centered. My fear is that they're going to start pushing to make things more mobile-like. Everything, even PC, is going to be more mobile-like. I don't know. That's just a fear I have. That's why maybe I'm more anti-PCs, because also what comes with mobile is more microtransactions, which is already an issue in the gaming world in general. That's also where my distaste for mobile games comes from, is because mobile gamers are probably some of the most, I'm going to say it, they're the dumbest gamers in the world because they spend the most money. Like, how many people are spending money on Candy Crush? Granted, that's more of like your boomers and people like grandma playing the game. Like, I gotta get going. I'm on level 3,000 of Candy Crush. Which, I'm gonna be honest, no joke, I didn't even know that that game actually goes that far. Maybe not that far, but like someone said they were at like level 100 or something. I don't know. It was crazy. I was like, what? I thought it was just a little gag game that grandma's gone on the Facebook and played on. But no, it's a full-fledged thing, so it's kind of crazy. But my fear is that the more they try to incorporate mobile, the more it opens up the door for them to force feed us more microtransactions. I've already seen the amount of microtransaction garbage that's on Call of Duty Mobile. It's like skins. It's even worse than in what's currently in game for the Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Like the skins and the microtransactions in the store is nothing compared to what's on mobile. It's so bad.
But we are that now. And so in July, we are going to be launching our mobile store experience.
Of course you are.
We're going to start actually by bringing our own first-party portfolio to that. So you're going to see games like Candy Crush show up in that experience, games like Minecraft. And then we're going to extend that capability to partners so that they can also take advantage of it and have a true...
Hey guys, you'll be able to play Redfall on mobile.
Cross-platform, gaming-centric mobile experience. We're going to start on the web, and we're doing that because that really allows us to have it be an experience that's accessible across all devices, all countries, no matter what, independent of the policies of, closed ecosystem stores. And then we're going to extend from there. So
Yeah, the ecosystems where they don't allow microtransactions or anything that would try to force feed you that garbage. Yeah, those.
So I'm excited about it just because it's something that we wanted to do for a long time. We've heard gamers talking about it for a long time, and we're now at the point where we can take those steps.
And so in July when it launches, we at that point at the beginning see Candy Crush and Minecraft in it, or how soon, or?
She's asking the question. She's like, "Listen, I like some Candy Crush. I need that in my life. When can I expect to see that?"
You'll see things roll out over
Okay.
time.
Do you know
Yeah.
how soon partners will be able to use it as well?
Our goal is to get partners using it shortly after launch. We really want to make sure we start and we scale using our own IP first. That allows
that
us to
makes
make sure
sense.
that the experience that we bring partners into really builds on all the quality and learning that we have as a team.
Another big discussion point in the Activision acquisition was cloud gaming and how
Ooh.
big that market really was. When will we really see it gain traction? Is it gaining users finally in any particular regions and scenarios? How is it doing? What do people use it for?
Yeah, so
Cloud gaming.
cloud gaming, for those that don't know, I don't know if everyone here in the audience is familiar with it, is just the ability to play a game natively from the cloud. So you don't need to actually have...
Google Stadia tried doing that, and it no longer exists. Now, you could argue maybe Google Stadia was ahead of its time. I generally would rather have a physical, here's the problem with cloud gaming. One, you have to have good internet. Two, if the internet goes out, you're screwed. Three, it's just another way of not owning a game. You could argue Game Pass is like that. Yes, but you still have to, a certain extent, download the game on your console. It's still there. You still download it and still play with it. But cloud gaming is 100% online, and I don't like that. And I have a gig internet. I am able to stream. I'm able to upload. I pay god awful amount of money for good internet. I have that privilege that I earned, by the way. I pay for everything, but it's a privilege. And I'm able to enjoy that luxury of having very fast internet. And I still don't care about cloud gaming. because I prefer a physical copy.
Have a piece of hardware.
And this is kind of going to what EA is doing, where they're trying to make things digital only. And the whole conversation of gamers getting to the point where they're okay with not owning games. I think that's a scary statement that's been made, because I think the moment we are okay with not keep owning games, they could take our money and revoke our ownership like that. Turn off the switch. This game's no longer allowed. It's already happening. Like, there was like a Need for Speed game that they turned the switch off, and even if you paid money for it, you can no longer play it. They just like, nope, you can't do it. Peer to peer? No, you can't do that. What? It's single player? No, you can't do that. Sorry, you no longer can play that game. I think cloud gaming in general, I so desperately want it to fail.
In your home, and you can experience something that's AAA Xbox gaming on any device,
If you have the internet.
regardless of the local compute that you have. And we have been investing in that for some time, because we really believe that opening up.
Now, if I remember, I do believe Xbox, no, maybe it was Facebook that's been helping set up internet and locations. But most people, like most companies that do help set up internet, is not doing it for the benefit of the people. They're doing it for the fact that that's more customers. I don't think Xbox is actually doing it. I think that's Facebook that's doing it. But like, your location really does matter, because if you don't have good internet, then the cloud is not going to benefit you. And if we ever get to a future where discs are gone and we don't even do like digital downloads and it's all cloud, like, that's just a horrible future to me.
Sort of these beautiful immersive experiences to more gamers is important for industry growth, for developers, and we know people want to play those experiences. And we're seeing tremendous.
What, you guys don't have phones? You don't have phones? You want to be able to do cloud gaming from your phones at 360p because that's all your internet can handle?
Growth there. We have more demand than supply in that area, and you'll see us rolling out more capacity, introducing more options for people to jump in and play on the cloud.
And is it growing faster than the overall market? We were talking about the market itself is down. Where is cloud gaming?
That's such a good question. Yeah, you just said the market's down, but then there's a lot of demand. So, like, that is a good question. Yeah, explain to me how your statement matches. We're going down, but what? What?
Fast in the overall market, really bringing in new players and growth for us. So it's an area where we're investing more. And
By the way, if you've been keeping track of her feet, which is really weird to say, but it's a body language that once you notice it, you can't stop looking at it. She's been confident and quick in her answers. It's just those questions that she doesn't have a good answer to. Like, there's no real good reason for why they closed those studios down other than money. That's it.
we're excited about.
Earlier this year,
Like, she's more confident in some of these other questions than the real questions that matter.
Xbox developed games, Xbox exclusive games, to rival platforms, to Sony's PlayStation, Nintendo Switch. That obviously was a big change. It was a little bit unsettling for some of the Xbox hardware fans, but how is it going so far? Do you have any data about how the games are doing? Just do PlayStation gamers really want to play Sea of Thieves?
You know, it's early days, yet.
Maybe, but like, yeah, maybe. I mean, if there's a game anyone wants to play, it's probably Halo. And I'm talking about like the old ones, like the Master Chief Collection. No one wants to play 5 or Infinite. I mean, Infinite's free, but I don't know. The old trilogy. Yeah, I think people definitely want to play games like that.
So I don't have specific data to share.
Hi-Fi Rush, probably.
We're really encouraged by the reception of our games. And one thing that I think it's important to note is, as Xbox, we've been putting games on other platforms for a long time. Minecraft.
It's very true, they have.
Pretty much universally. The teams at Bethesda have had games on other platforms. The teams at Activision Blizzard have games on other platforms.
Yeah, but let's be honest. All those are companies that were doing that before you purchased them. So you can't take credit for someone else's work that they were doing before you actually owned them. It wasn't like something that you encouraged
it was something that they were doing before that. So that's just like a weird, like maybe there's a reason for the statement.
And so it's a decision we just make on a game-by-game basis as we move forward and continue to execute on our strategy.
I mean, at the same time,
I mean, the strategy is if game developers were selling games that are multi-platform, it would be really dumb and would cause the community to hate you by making them not multi-platform anymore. In fact, it would hurt your sales. There's your strategic planning and whatnot.
you know, we've talked about mobile, we've talked about cloud. I mean, of course, Xbox itself's heritage is in console, and you know, the energy around the console right now is a little challenged. Many of the hardcore long-term customers are worried. They're worried about the release on other platforms. They're worried that that may indicate that.
Though the people that are worried are the people the people who are like, oh my God, my game is, my Bethesda games are now on PlayStation. No, you can't do that. No, that is people whose personality is based on a console. Those are people, they're losers. Let's put it out there. If your life is so miserable to the point where your identity is tied to a console, and because someone else is able to play a game and enjoy said game, you're a loser. And I don't mean that in like a, I'm trying to like pick on anyone. I'm saying that from a matter of fact, that is, you're a loser. There's zero reason at all why things should be as exclusive as they are. Like, if a game is being brought to multiple platforms, that is great, especially if you love that developer, you love that game, because that means it's going to see more success, it's going to see more sales, which is going to increase the likelihood that, one, they're not going to close the studio, two, that you're going to see maybe more in the future. So I don't know, like, this whole, again, people's identity being attached to a console and the console wars, it's real loser behavior.
Xbox is defocusing its own hardware. What do you say to them? How do you make them feel?
You know what you tell people? Well, you see, Xbox is owned by Microsoft, and do you know that almost every gaming PC is also Windows? Yeah, we own that too. Yeah. Microsoft, we made Windows. Yeah. So when you're playing your PC games, you're playing it on Windows usually, and we got money for that. Yeah, we're doing good, right? I don't see a Sony PC anywhere. Do you see Sony PC? Do you see the Sony Windows knockoff or anything like? No. I'm gonna save you some trouble and say Xbox is gonna be fine.
Feel like Xbox is still for them.
Yeah, at first, the worry that I see is happening across the industry, and I think is a lot of what we're seeing, just industry all up. But specific to core gamers,
because PC is better, but okay.
My focus has really been on engineering and building that next generation hardware experience that really taps into their needs. I talked about this a little bit publicly a few months ago. I talked about how, our focus is on delivering the biggest leap ever. And that's about really thinking through every aspect of what that hardware and what that experience delivers with the core gamer in mind. And that is about power and performance. That's absolutely a part of it. But it's also about the ability to be able to play all of the games. I mean, we have people who've been playing on Xbox for decades and invested thousands and thousands of dollars and hours.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I've got to show. Holy crap, dude. The dislike ratio for this is insane. Hold on, media source. No, I want to show you guys window capture. There it is. Can we just real quick, this is going to take up.
Yeah, let's look at this. Let's look at that. Look at that. Man, you're doing a great job, Xbox. Yep. Totally answering everyone's questions there. Holy crap.
And to be able to take all of those games with them into the hardware of the future.
But you're not, right? You were talking about mobile and cloud gaming, so you're not really taking it into the hardware. You're just talking about taking it elsewhere in the cloud.
So one of the decisions I made when I came in and became president of Xbox
Is how can I make more money by counseling and destroying 4 companies or studios, sorry.
That future generations, future iterations, that you get to take those things with you forward.
You know what's not going to be in the future? Dishonored 3. God dang it. I'm sorry. But seriously, how many games of our companies are going to be let go? And they're like, I'm hearing pretty words. Like, it's like a lot of PR, a lot of company jargon, but none of it really you can't, by the dislike ratio, you can't make people have some kind of illusion. Like, people see it. They're not stupid, lady. You can give all this PR crap, but I could tell just by your nervous tick of shaking your leg that you're not confident in yourself, because you know that you're in the wrong, that you're making stupid choices based on greed and money.
The next part of that,
or greed of money, should I say,
is saying, okay, I get to bring those games with me. I'm invested in those games. I get an incredible high performance experience on my console, but also continuing
or PC.
to make sure that gamers can bring their games with them wherever they want to play. That my Xbox library is something that can go with me and that I can enjoy with others. So our long-term commitment to cross-play is part of that.
Which is good.
Our commitment to cross-progression and cloud save.
That's good.
You can pick up on one device and you can play.
I will say that is a good thing about cloud, is that it can take your game saves and then you can use it on something else. I think that is a-okay. But I would also prefer a hard save, mostly because you can put a USB and take that save and transfer it, and it's a lot safer. Because if you lose access to the internet, again, you don't have that save. So hard copy is usually better, in my opinion.
And another is part of that. And also our investments in cloud gaming, which you referenced earlier. A lot of those who use cloud gaming are people who own a console. They're just, they want to play it on another device and go somewhere else. So that's the second piece.
I usually just want to play on my PC.
Game Pass. We know our core users love Game Pass.
Yeah, Game Pass is, I'll be honest, Game Pass, for the money, for what it is, being the fact that you could try games and if it's bad, you don't lose anything, right? You don't lose anything because you've already paid for the money and you can play other games. And if theoretically, if you spend 100 hours on a game for $30 or how much Game Pass is, I think you've made your money in some. The only downside is you don't own it, which does suck, but if you do want to buy it, then you can buy it on sale later and you don't feel like you wasted any money because you didn't.
As a gaming subscription, you get a whole portfolio of games, but importantly, you get every single one of our games that we build day one in Game Pass. And the quality
which is good.
Of those games has only been going up over time, and you're going to see some more really big games going into Game Pass.
Halo Infinite 2.
Divisions
Across the whole slate, you're going to see some really amazing things.
Which means on Xbox, get Game Pass so you can play the new Call of Duty, and if it's worth your bacon, then buy it.
Keeping that as something that is really special for Xbox players is essential for us.
A lot of the focus at this conference today has been AI, but AI for gamers is a little different than we talk about AI for the enterprise.
Oh God, we talk about AI.
I think AI will be important both to players and to game developers. And how's Microsoft investing against that?
I can answer that. AI is probably already being used. If you don't think that developers are not using AI in their games to help create games and help with art, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's probably being used more than what we like to admit. Like, people are mad that people are being laid off at McDonald's because you have AI doing their job now. I'm telling you, I guarantee they're AI making your games, which would make some sense because there are some games that feels like it was made by AI and not a human being.
Yeah.
Redfall.
All the talks today, but I think we can all confidently say that we are right at the beginning of what AI means for us as a society and for businesses in general, and that's absolutely true in gaming as well. For us, we take our responsibility around AI as Microsoft very seriously and being really, really thoughtful about what we do. And as Xbox, there's something really unique about being a gaming company that is part of a major AI company. And so all of our focus...
Again, if you do not think they're not using AI in their games, like she's obviously tiptoeing around the question in a very methodical way. But yes, they are using AI in the video games. The answer is yes.
In our team is about how we ensure that gaming AI is really crafted in a way that delivers unique and delightful experiences to players and adds real value for developers. So
It's being used. The answer is we are using AI to help us.
Is around developer velocity. How do we give developers tools to make it easier for them to realize their...
They're using AI to do the simple work so that they can make games faster and they can push it out faster. That's the bottom dollar. That's why AI is being used. It's because it can take out the middle people and all the bland work and all the little details that would take time, and they can do it faster so they can crank out Xbox instead of in a year. Every year, it's now half a year. Now you can get half a year of Xbox pumping out a different game if they wanted to, because of AI doing all the simple stuff.
Creations to speed up.
Now, will they? I don't know, but obviously there's some memeing on that, but they could very well do that.
Cycles, and also, frankly, to make it easier for people who may not have as much in-depth training on game development to build a game. We know that with that, there's just going to be a huge proliferation of gaming content and options out there. So that leads us very naturally to the next layer where we're investing a lot, which is around discovery and making sure that people can really be matched with the game experience that we know that they'll love, and that a whole range of creations can be discovered from the biggest games, but also from something novel and new if you experience it. And then the last piece is around the actual experience in the game. So we are early in this. As I said, you'll see us share continues to be on keeping player at the center, keeping the developer at the center, and how...
Yeah, we're keeping the developers at the center by letting them go. Okay, I think that's good enough for me. I think I've heard all I need to hear. This was just some epic skirting around questions. You could tell by nervous ticks that she knew the real answer, didn't want to say it because if she said the wrong thing, she knew she'd be flamed, which, as you could tell just by looking at the like-dislike ratio, yeah, people are not happy about this because it makes no sense of how you're having such success, and even at that success level, you're going to let someone go. You're going to let some of these companies go. And it's because of money. It's greed. Greed kills. And so this whole PR that we're for the gamer, if you were for the gamer, Redfall wouldn't exist. Halo Infinite would have never came out in the state it was. Starfield, in my opinion, wouldn't be as boring as it is. And let's be honest, it may have been hot when it came out, but it's died off since then. It's nowhere near where it should be. I mean, there's more people playing older games like Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 because the excitement's there. Then there is excitement for your new game, Starfield, which is supposed to be a better quality and better looking, but people are playing older, grainier looking games because of the success of your TV show, and people are enjoying that more. They're enjoying older things more than your new things because the quantity you're pushing out doesn't have the quality of your older games. Because the bottom dollar is you want money and you're pushing turds out instead of focusing on taking your time to really focus on the consumer. Because that's the bottom dollar. this whole thing, we're about the gamer. No, you're about the money. And you don't care about the gamer, because if you cared about the gamer, you'd be putting more time and effort into games that people enjoy. It's ironic because even though PlayStation's being flamed for some of that stupid anti-consumer bullcrap it's done, it still has better games that are more thoughtful. Like God of War is better, more thought out, more well designed than games like Starfield. I feel so scammed out of $60, which is rare because I love playing Fallout. I love playing games like the Elder Scrolls series. I've never felt more betrayed by Bethesda than Starfield. It is so disappointing that we're at a state in gaming where we have these people who are leading, who are acting like they're all for the gamers, but the games like Hi-Fi Rush, which was loved by gamers, suddenly that company shut down. But we have turds like 343 Industries that's still alive and kicking, pushing out turds like Halo Infinite that literally came out with no content. It's so mind-boggling. But they won't do that because Halo's still like their unwanted child, but it's still their child that they don't want to get rid of. Whereas the other companies, they got adopted. So because they're adopted, they're easy to get rid of. Again, I don't know. I'm just really disappointed in the gaming world right now. I'm disappointed in how things are. I think we as a gamers, I think this gives me hope. Well, not you. You don't give me hope. That's me. This gives me hope right here. This dislike. Here, let me join. I'm doing my part. Are you doing yours? That gives me hope. Absolutely gives me hope. But there's still going to be people. You know what? I take that back. It's not really Bloomberg Live. Like, this is not their fault. I'm just going to take it away because it's not their fault. They're presenting this. Honestly, you should just go find an Xbox video and dislike it. It's really not their fault. I'm not going to dislike them. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Let me know in the comments section what you think. Overall, this just made me upset. I'm cranky. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more. As always, until next time, Xbox controller. Ironic. Game out. Huzzah. All right. I don't know how much space I have on my PC or my laptop. I've been recording a little bit. Oh, I only have 39 gigs. Hold on. Oh, God. All right, I have a little bit of space. I might be able to crank out another one. Again, disappointed. I think I would like to save this for another day. I still think this is pretty good. I'll save this for another day. I do want to watch this video for... I wanted to watch a Diablo video, just kind of get an idea, but I'm at the point where I'm kind of I'm out. I'm That's something that I thought was an interesting conversation. Then I was going to check out I really don't have a lot going on. I could put this out tomorrow. I just don't know if I care enough to watch the video. I mean, I do care. I don't care if I care enough about Diablos right now. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it. Screw it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Counselor's Office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, and welcome back to another episode of the Counselor Reacts. We are going to react to a Diablo 4 video by Darth Microtransaction TV. I have watched him before. I believe I've reacted. We're watching Diablo 4, 10 tips every player should know in Season 4. Now, I have been wanting to actually get back into Diablo 4. I've heard a lot of things are coming down the line that they are fixing. They're changing how items work. They are changing generally how a lot of the game works for like items and just stats and all that stuff, which looks good. I still think it's going to be a game that you play casually. At least I will be. I've still yet to ever play with Sorcerer and Barbarian, which is fine. Every season I do a new character and it keeps it fresh for me. So even if the season itself doesn't dramatically change overall gameplay, it's still going to be fresh for me. And that's what I like. And my thought process is with all the buffs and changes, by the time I circle back around and I play Hunter again, because I really do enjoy Hunter, it's going to be a different experience. So it's always this constant freshness. And for me, I've got my money's worth out of Diablo 4. Like, even if it's garbage from now on, even if this doesn't save the game, I got my money's worth out of it. I'm okay with it. But anything extra season that I play, that I invest some time in, is just more bang for my buck. So we're going to watch this. I'm very curious on what really overall is changing and what are some tips, things to know. So we're going to watch Mr. Darth Microtransaction. Link, again, will be down below for your beautiful faces to watch as well.
Number one, the Helltides have been reworked, so they have significantly higher monster density. They also start all the way at the beginning world tier. So because of this, you can do them literally from the start of the game. And also, they've previously been reworked to be up all of the time with except just 5-minute gaps. So for that,
okay, a couple things to that statement. One, I did not play the PTB. I didn't do the public test build because I didn't want to play something that's not going to stay anyways, and I'm just going to play that when it comes out and all the bugs are fixed and whatnot. But I want to play it the finished product, not the test build. Like, I don't care to do that. It's not like I'm a Diablo 4 streamer or anything like that, so no benefit to me. However, I'm glad that one, Helltides are up more often because there was nothing more than having to wait. Two, I'm glad that this is another source of XP. Another thing to do, because early game, it felt like you had to farm. First, you had to like rush through the seasonal content, and then it felt like you were just grinding dungeons non-freaking stop. And there's nothing worse than having to feel like you have to grind out dungeons non-stop. It's boring. So the fact that you can either do dungeons or Helltides, that's awesome. That's exciting. And the fact that there's more enemies, so it's more intense. There's a lot more, just your nonstop fighting feels good. I don't want to go through a batch of, I'm just walking around this open area and there's nothing to do. That feels bad, especially in an ARPG.
that reason, they have more mob density. They're faster to level. You can access them earlier.
Fantastic.
And they're up all the time. Because of all
Absolutely
these reasons,
juiced.
Helltides are now actually arguably the best way to level in all of Diablo 4.
So, what you're saying is just go straight for Helltides. We're making bacon.
While you're actually acquiring those boss materials, etc., through the leveling process. So it doubled.
Oh, thank God, because I hope they increased the boss drops, because that was one of the things that I hated, is that when I did all the different new bosses, like I've beat all the new bosses so far, but when they added the new bosses and you had to farm the material, it was so boring. It was so bad, dude. Just, you can't do this without having 30 different things. And you have to do this one thing that barely gives you anything. So do it 30 times. Haha, joke's on you. Aren't you having fun? No, I'm not.
Dips in efficiency. You probably just want to skip the campaign and farm the Helltides. Tip number
Absolutely.
2, all unique items in the game that are not uber unique items now are going to drop in world tier 3 or higher, meaning it is more important than it ever has been to rush to world tier 3, so that while you're completing...
Ah, wait, what? That actually sounds worse. That sounds like a downgrade. So you're saying is now it forces you to rush. I feel like that's counterproductive. I feel like that's bad. Am I missing something? Because that feels like that's bad, because now farming anything long-term just feels bad.
In your leveling process, perhaps in the Helltide that we just mentioned, you have the opportunity to acquire some of those build-defining uniques you're going to need for your in-game build.
Okay.
On top of it, do not forget, unique items are now the only items in the game that actually have 4 base affixes, as legendaries now their base affixes are 3, and you can add 2 more on for tempering. You can also have greater affixes onto unique items and can...
Now, what I know about greater affixes is that it's in the name. They do more. They add more, which is juiced. So essentially, it feels good to see, like, it's another layer of rarity on top of the, like, uniques in general. I wouldn't say they're necessarily rare. Once you start getting in game, they're dropping, like, it was pretty frequently, like pretty generously. But now it's like you care about them, where it used to be I had one set and I felt like, it's minor changes. It's like most of the time I was just sharding it. Now, if you want to try to hope for more drops, you want twin strikes multiple times, because you have a chance at getting a greater affix that you want. And that's great. That adds more value to your uniques that, in my opinion, weren't there in the past.
Masterwork them. So while unique items maybe not have 5 total affixes like legendary items can have after tempering, they're still going to be pretty strong because they have 4 base, can have multiple greater affixes on those 4 base, and then also can be masterworked while also dropping earlier in the game. Tip number 3 is to utilize trading. If you're somebody who does not prefer the solo experience, trading in this game is going to be better than any of the previous seasons. Unique items can
I've never traded, so this is new to me. I don't trade. I've never traded, and most people want like in-game currency, and it's probably going to be a ludicrous amount. So I just don't plan on trading.
Traded legendary items can be traded. Any item in the game basically that has not been tempered or masterwork can now be traded, as long as it's not an uber unique.
Well, that's actually, I take that back. You can also be the person that sells them. So if you have 30 copies, you can just go all right and sell them. So you can get your access to your unique faster, which is cool, because if you're struggling to get the unique that you want, if you have a lot of cash, then you could spend it. I mean, in-game cash. I don't want to spend real money. But if you spend in-game cash, you could just buy the unique outright, which I think is good. It's like unintentional protection, like bad luck protection, except you're just using your cash to make sure you get what you want.
Those are the only items that cannot be traded. For that reason, if you get a drop that's either valuable maybe for a build that's not the one you're using, or if you need to acquire an item, don't forget to buy or sell your items, as they now have a use. You can also trade boss materials in the game, meaning if you're going to farm for those uber unique non-tradable items, you can use the gold you got from selling some of the items you've acquired, including the unique items you can see here, and then buy those boss materials for the gold you have. Gold will be...
That's good. I mean, I felt like I had always a lot of gold, and I just mostly spent it just trying to re-roll my garbage. But I always never really did much with my gold. So if I could just outright buy some of these materials, I think that's good, because that gives you more value. So if I'm doing something and I'm getting a lot of money, I'm selling a lot of stuff, I can just buy the materials. At the end of the day, if I'm farming Helltides and I don't get a lot of materials, at least if I'm making money, it doesn't feel nearly as bad.
Needed in season 4, because masterworking is going to take a significant amount of gold to accomplish. For all these reasons, trading is going to be better in season 4. Tip number 4, Blizzard has changed the way in season 4 that armor works. There's now a maximum physical damage.
The total armor granted by all your equipped items. Reduce physical damage taken by enemies of equal level by 85%. Okay, so that's a cap, is 85%. That's pretty good. 85% is a hefty amount of resistance.
Damage reduction of 85%, and this is capped at 9,230 armor. Because there's an aspect in the game called Juggernaut's Aspect that will give you more armor at max level than you even need to hit the cap. You now can, with just one aspect, max out all of the armor your character will need. After that, you just have to worry about the other defensive layers like Resistance's Barrier and Fortify, for instance. So,
yo, that's actually juiced. So what you're meaning is my build doesn't have to be all about like I have to have this. It's a little bit more flexible because instead of having to have perfect stat rolls, I can have like a mid stat roll and then use this to kind of cap me out and I'm still groovy. That's great. I love flexibility. Ask your mom. I'm joking.
With just this one aspect, you'll never have to worry about armor again.
That's great.
6, craft any
until they nerf it.
Uber unique you want, regardless of which
Excuse
uber
me?
unique you got as a drop. Let me explain.
Excuse me?
So for
excuse, I didn't know about what?
Since this Iron Wolves theme, this is a reputational system. One of the rewards for doing this in Season 4 is going to be getting a Resplendent Spark. You get a second Resplendent Spark from killing Tormented Echoes, the new higher tier of the boss, and you get a third Resplendent.
Okay, back it up. What?
Explain it to you. Unique you want, regardless. With just this one aspect, you'll never have to worry about
Back it up, Terry.
Again.
What?
Tip number 6, craft any uber unique.
Okay, I thought he was saying unique, and I was still like dumbfounded, but he said uber unique. And you can get any one you want.
Regardless of which uber unique you got as a drop. Let me explain it to you. So for instance, this Iron Wolves theme, this is a reputational system. One of the rewards for doing this in Season 4 is going to be getting a Resplendent Spark. You get a second Resplendent Spark from killing Tormented Echoes, the new higher tier of the boss, and you get a third Resplendent Spark from killing Lilith herself. This means...
Oh, hey, Lilith! I remember her. She actually has a reason. You have a reason to do her once a season. Oh, you know that horse that looks worse than the DLC horse? Yeah, that one that is just garbage. Yeah, that was the only reward. But hey, now you actually have a reason to do her. Just slow clap. You know, Uber, I always thought should drop Uber uniques. When's that becoming a thing?
That's 3 sparks. You get that, plus you get a Uber unique drop from killing any of the other Uber bosses continually until that happens. Yes,
of course.
You will still be gated by the RNG of requiring 1 Uber unique. You salvage that you get. That gives you 4 total sparks.
Okay.
You can now craft with those 4 total sparks an Uber unique of your choosing. So
okay, that's pretty good. Like if it's like RNG protection, like let's say if you're using Uber uniques, I still think it's a little wonky that you're doing all the Uber characters to get an Uber unique. What the hell is the Uber unique being used for? Is it like the pit or the gauntlet that you're supposed to be doing, I guess? But I don't know. I'll have to play it to see. But overall, I do like it because it is like RNG protection that if you get screwed over, you get Uber unique, but it's not actually what you need. You can still get the one you want, which is great because the drop rate of Uber uniques is not as generous. I mean, it's more generous than it used to be, but I mean, I grinded for, what was it, Season 2? I grinded the crap out of that and just did not get lucky.
Because of this, as long as you get a singular Uber unique drop, you can turn it into any Uber unique in the game that you actually want. Tip number 7, use a leveling build when you're starting out. This will make it easier for you to level as you're progressing through the game. You can find one of these on maxroad.gg.
I do this. I'm going to be honest, though. I kind of pre-prep my builds. I try to see what builds you can use for leveling, but also can translate into endgame because I hate having to reset all my garbage and having to re-roll. Like, if I can keep my builds up to date as much as possible until I get new, better armor, then I'll do that. But if I can carry it forward, I usually like to do that because I'm lazy. I'm going to be honest. I'm lazy. But yes, if you want to be the most efficient, you'll get like the S tier leveling builds and then you'll swap over. But I'm lazy. So I try to hit 2 birds in 1 stone.
For instance, you compare this with the fact that once you've leveled with the leveling build, you can use one of the scrolls of amnesia you're going to get during the seasonal journey, which allows you to reset all of your skill trees, paragon boards, etc. for free, and then swap to an in-game build with the items that you have acquired.
Yes, and my problem is also the fact that it used to cost something, but now it doesn't if you use scrolls, which is great. But overall, I'm also just lazy and just having to redo everything is so annoying.
Now, if you remember from one of the previous tips, all the uniques drop from World Tier 3 going forward. So by the time you hit the level 100 and you finish the leveling process...
You know what I hate that I'm seeing right now? Minion Necro, Shadow Minion Necro, Bone Necro, and then Werewolf Druid. Those are the top. I'm going to do Sorcery this next season, and it's A tier. Luckily, it's A tier, but I see Frozen Orb Sorcerer, Blizzard Sorcerer, Ball Lightning Sorcerer. I don't know what Sorcerer I'm going to do, but I'm glad there's at least 3, but it makes me sad that there's not like S tier, which means if I was doing Necro this season, which I did season 2, I would be having a good day. Sag.
Process, you have a much higher chance now to have everything you need stored within that new codex, which is a new quality of life where you can store all your new aspects within the codex, even your highest power aspects you find throughout the game, and you have a much higher chance to have the unique items, etc. you need. Then you can switch to your in-game variety of the build. Now, you don't have to do this. If you're somebody that just wants to learn your in-game build from stage 1, feel free to.
No, I'm too lazy. I'm going to be honest. I did that when it first came out. And I learned immediately. I remember, it was one of the first big bosses in the desert area. I just got absolutely slapped around and I raged my tits off. And I was like, okay, fun time's over. No longer just running around. I actually have to start making builds. And I'm too lazy to try to calculate things in my brain. Like, I do it for, like, Destiny, because Destiny doesn't really have much builds going on with it. It's, like, very min-max. But Diablo 4, like, you have to have a good flowing build for like, in-game and anything like that. So I actually look for specific things. Maybe I try to... Yeah, maybe in-game I'll look at what a good build is for myself, like, create it myself. Generally, I'm lazy. That's the theme of this.
I totally understand that logic.
When it comes to Diablo 4, I'm a filthy casual. Just the filthiest little casual ever.
But this would just save you some time if you're someone who's limited on time, you want to level faster, and then swap to another build. So this is more of an efficiency thing that's not required to do. Tip number 8, legendary and unique.
You know, reason I'm also really filthy and casual and why I'm not, like, I take the easy route with this game is because I play other games. Like, Destiny already monopolizes a lot of my time. So if I can min-max my time on another game that takes up a lot of time and not take up nearly any time, I'm going to take that route. That's how I played, like, Warframe for a long time. But then I was also playing, like, Halo. But then I was also trying to play Destiny. I tried doing 3 different games, and it got very stressful. And I end up getting really sick because I was trying to play all these different games and min-max my time, and it felt like a job. And when you're playing games and you make it into a job, you need to stop playing something. And so I play in a specific way, like Diablo 4, I play very casual, very lazily, just not do things myself. I just play to have fun because I know what it's like to try to play intensely and try to do multiple games. It's not good.
Items that you do not pick up will go back to your stash anyway. This has a cap of 10, but in Season 4, they have reduced the amount of drops that are legendary and unique that we're actually going to be receiving. For this reason, it is harder to fill up this cap, meaning if you don't want to stop and just pick up gear all the time, and we already know that 925 gear is guaranteed at level 95 plus.
That's great, because the amount of garbage that you had to siphon through was so bad. Like, I remember trying to farm dungeons, and I was taking my sweet time because I was checking out every little thing. Like, oh, well, guys, I got to make sure because I need the specific build if I want to try to take on Lilith. I need this and this and this. I got nothing. It was annoying.
Meaning you don't have to sit there and identify the legendaries as much anyway. You can just go through a dungeon, go back to town after it, see what items actually dropped, look at them at that point, and save yourself some time of constantly stopping throughout the dungeon all of the time. Tip number 9,
that's a W.
Is oldie but goodie. If you look at your equipment and it looks like this, it just shows you the stats. Go to options. After that, what you're going to do is you're going to go to gameplay, advanced tooltip compare, and advanced tooltip information.
Ooh, what's this?
Turn these on. Go back and look at your items. It's now going to show you the role that this item is. This will allow you to know if your item rolled very well with its affixes or fairly poorly. This is even more important in Season 4 because you're only going to have 3 base affixes affixes, and so you're going to want to know what that row looks
Yeah.
like. Of course, you're looking for greater affixes that are going to be 150% of the max row anyway. But until you get those, this is going to be important.
Yeah, I
it
get
also
that.
lets you compare.
That is actually a really good tip. I didn't realize they changed that.
Advanced comparison as well. Holding shift, it will show you the plus or minus that will acquire if you actually change your equipment.
Wait, is that on by default? I swear this is on not by default. Maybe I turned it on myself because I swear this was the pro normal way of, like, I've always done this. This is like not new, like to me at least.
Pieces between the two you're comparing. This will very quickly help you know which piece of gear is better. Tip number 10, the boss ladder has changed since the PTR. It used to be you would need 5x of the resources to summon one of the tormented level 200 versions of any of the bosses from the boss ladder. Now it's only you need 3x of the material, but it still rewards 5x of the boss drops, meaning it is much more efficient to use 3x version summon to get a 5x payout. For this reason, you might want to save your boss materials until you're strong enough to actually take on these level 200 variants of the boss if you just want to be as efficient as possible with.
So that's where you grind up to 100 and you min-max your stuff. It's because you want to take on the 200s to get the juiciest of loot. Now, I'm hoping that includes Ubers.
Your materials. That's it. Consider subscribing if any of these tips helped, and you can catch me live with the links down below. Have a wonderful day.
I am not actually subscribed on this alt. Like, this is my alt account. I will subscribe just to keep track. All right. Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm excited. I'm actually excited. To be honest, I'm excited for Diablo 4. Diablo 4 has always been fun. It's just they've been messing up. And even though they've messed up, I did get my money's worth. I enjoyed Season 2. I tried to enjoy Season 1. Season 2, it was a glimmer of hope. Then Season 3, I don't know what happened, but my desire to play it went down the toilet. I am actually even though I don't know what the seasonal like theme is for Diablo Season 4, I still am excited just to play the changes. I'm excited to play Sorcerer or Sorceress, I haven't decided yet, for the first time and experience that. It's going to be a fun time. And I'm hoping that you play this to take a break from Destiny, and when the final shape comes out, I'll play that, and then I'll go back to some more Diablo 4. My hope is that maybe I can grind to 100 before the final shape comes out June 4th. We'll see. There's got a lot of Destiny. I'm going to try to fit in Diablo 4. I'm going to be streaming. Hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see some Diablo 4, because I will be trying to mix and match that. Because like I said, I've said it many times, I'm trying not to just be a Destiny 2. I want to be a variety gamer. And so here's some variety. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, be the best version of yourself. And again, the link will be down below for Darth Microtransaction, the video. Check it out yourself. Hit a like on that and subscribe to him because he's very chill and very cool. As always, game out. All right, stream. I gotta use the restroom. I gotta use the restroom. That's right. I gotta use the restroom. All right, baby. I think it's time. Let's kick the music back on. I think it's time to go play some Destiny. I had fun doing some reacts. We'll save some other reacts for later. I want to get in some games. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm ready to kick in the jams. We didn't really react to any Destiny 2. That's okay. I think that's fine. We'll save some reactions for Destiny later. That's not it. Well, that's definitely not it. That's a hot mess. There we go. Oh, I need to fix that. It seems like every time I move my camera around, it's always something. There, hey, there we go. Hey, there it is. But I'm too like when I move the camera around, then the green screen acts a little janky, and it's just like, why is? Go away, Microsoft Edge. It's just trying to low-key try to sneak itself into my game. Like, brought to you by Microsoft Edge. No, it's not. No, it's not. All right, we're gonna do some Destinados. Let's see. Let's go to personal bounty. I have done quite a bit. In fact, I've got a lot of planetary bounties done, like a lot. I need to do a lot on my warlock. I need one more, just random one. One bounty, one banshee bounty. We've got all. Unfortunately I missed a week of the Ascent Challenge, but that's fine because whenever the final shape comes out that week, the whatever I missed will be available, so I can do it that same day or that same week, which is still XP. And the whole point is try to do as much XP as possible. As long as I do it before the final shape, I will still get that big juicy XP gains. In fact, it might be to my benefit not to pick it up, because then I have more space in my inventory because I'm not carrying these bounties. I still need to do the freaking clan bounty though. Like, trying to get people to do Gambit is just so tedious. It's so tedious. All right, we got controlled experiment. I need to do that next week, which is coming up. Nightmare Hunter. I've got to do Nightmare Hunter, and then that will be pretty much done on Hunter. So I do Neomuna, Gunsmith, and we'll be checked out. Then I have to do all of it again on my Warlock. Bro. I do have to say, the bounty prepping is probably the most tedious process of it, the whole shebang bang. I also need to do Onslaught. And I need to do 150 round. And I'm going to be honest. I feel like I should do Onslaught first before reset. Because none of this is needed before reset. Like, none of this is needed before reset. I've done everything I need to worry about reset-wise. I just need to also pick up before I get off tonight, I need to pick up Tribalism twice. And then I don't think Collective Force matters because I think it's up all the time. I could be wrong. But I definitely need to re-pick up Tribalism so I can do that. All right, let's go. We're gonna do three things. We're gonna pick up Banshee bounties. We're gonna check out what is available. Okay, I need one. Hand cannon, very easy to do. We'll call that good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this will be 7. Perfect. We have nightmares. I have all this extra junk. Perfect. I do need to finish up for the materials. I'll finish this up whenever I do Pantheon tomorrow. I'm keeping one Xenology as a cipher in the back. These will be eventually deleted. Oh, I wonder what Frosty's doing. Let's see. Mr. Frosty. Goes to the deep. Okay, so he must be trying to get the navigator. Good luck to you. Right, now that we've got that, all we want to do now. So let's go to Neptune. We're going to see what kind of Neomuna we need. For Hunter, we need 4 Neomuna bounties. Unfortunately, I did not do my Warlock, so my Warlock is way behind on Nimbus bounties. Unforged, Sag, Ripperoni, the Pepperoni. And then Warlock needs 4 of these. Then let's see. I need to work on Vault, but I'll do that the last week. Inventory prep. We need to work on more engrams. Hunter and Warlock. All right, what you got? All right, we got some juice. I don't want to do you. Vex combatants. Take. Okay.
Can't wait to see what you do with that.
Stasis. Affected by stasis. So I need to use Riptide. That's exactly what it sounds like. Riptide. And then I need to open up Dim. I think Salvation. Oh, I just deleted it. Dang it. I had Dim hot save to my Google. And then I somehow deleted it. Fiddlesticks. Dude, Titan has a bunch of junk I've got to delete from. Who has... Oh, you have slots. Okay. Dude, my inventory is so bad. All right, we're going to have to do some cleaning, unfortunately, of...
I was just thinking about you.
Bro, what is going on? Hello? All right, I want to look for Salvation's Grip or something stasis. Actually, I take it back. This is perfect. Oh, this is Warlock. There we go. I got this Quillum, which is pretty juiced because I actually got Unrelenting, Headstone, and Killing Tally. I just like it for the fact that we got Headstone for this. Juice. Juice day. All right. We need to kill Vex. All right. And the best way to find Vex is not the terminal overload. I just over here. No, I think no, not the park. The park. I think Lemming Harbor. I don't remember. We're gonna just go where we go. I'm just gonna hope for the best, to be honest. Oh yeah, this is it. I don't want to waste. This thing's kind of beefy, and I don't want to waste. Oh, are you kidding me? Complete secret events in what? Okay, apparently that was a thing that I never bothered did. Stasis. Okay, that counts. That's interesting. I'm just here for the stasis kills. That's all I'm here is for stasis. I'm just here for Stacy. Hey, I think we got it. It was actually easier than I thought. All right. It's one. Oh, just doing Vex in general. Nice. So we just need to kill Vex in general. I'm just gonna keep killing you, just in case there's something weird that I'm not seeing. There it is. Haha. All right. Dunny dun dun. Also, I definitely need to put that back on. Shadow shot. All right, that's done. That makes me feel good about myself. Juiced. All right, that's two more Neomunas done. What was the hand cannons? That's right. So I just need to get, I can do that randomly. So we add 2 to the bounty board. Up, up. We need 2 more. 2 more dailies, which means I should easily be able to do these 2 on this one. The Nightmare Hunter. I do need to do Nightmare Hunter. We're already at 63, which is kind of sucky suck. And then I got Collective Force and Travelism expires in 20 hours. And then this one expires in 20 hours. And then I need what? Hold on. I think I'm done, right? No. Yeah, I need 1 more gunsmith, which will take the slot. Somehow I have to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Somehow I have to fit 7 bounties. So let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 2 extra bounties somewhere that I can't comprehend how I managed to miss it. I have more bounties than I'm supposed to. I don't know how, but apparently I have more bounties. 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21. 21. Which this should be 14. No, that's right. That's right. Because it's 14, then yeah, 21. So I'm a little confused how that worked out, but okay. Oh, okay. I guess choose your poison. I'll just get rid of one of these. I just get one of the stupid world drop ones, or I'll probably just get rid of the trials, because who cares? Trials is meh. Okay, well, let's see. What do I need to get done for the stupid hunter one? Because I'd rather just knock this one out of the way. Oh, just defeat nightmares. Okay, easy. Let's do it. We're going to do the moon. We're going to get her done. We're just gonna straight up go into it, kick some butt, chew bubblegum, call her a day. I don't want to get having old Sterling. Let's see. This has rewind rounds. It has frenzy. Is it better than a 720? Honestly, I don't think so. I still think Rufus's Fury is better than old Sterling, especially since it gets frenzy as well. Goodbye. I've got to think of my vault. I have too many guns. I will keep this adept submission because it's kind of funny how I got like a god roll adept, and I could also go for like a swashbuckler build if I cared, but mostly the fact that I've got this, it's a pretty juice roll, and it has increased range, mostly because I have frenzy and subsistence. It doesn't matter nearly as much. Anyone gonna take care of him? Yeah. All right, how many do we need? Dude, I hate the tracking. Where's the where's the bounties? There it is, 9%. That was 3. So I think as long as I do hit them, that's all that matters. As long as you touch them, I think is all that matters. Did you stay? The crap still thanks. Wait, what? Excuse me? Goodbye. 18%. God, I forgot how much this sucks. Yeah, you have fun with that. That was actually kind of juicy how he just went and blitzed through. Unironically, I don't know what he's doing because I'm keeping up with him. So I'm like, okay. In fact, I'm about to pass his butt. I don't know what he's doing. What an idiot. I don't know what he was doing, but he just blitzed himself into death, so. Let's go. Keep it going, baby. 33%. Let's go. Dude, I'm trying to blitz this as quickly as possible. No! You a-hole! That's so annoying. I'm not going to get credit for the touching the butt. I need to touch the butt! A-holes! I didn't get credit for touching the butt. That makes me annoyed. Man, I remember trying to do this on like really hard mode. Yeah, couldn't be me. Oh, I missed that. Couldn't be me. I better get like the points for that. I did. Good. As long as I touch them, it counts, which is good.
should still count. It does. Okay, as long as you touch them, it counts. Good. Blitz them all you want, baby. In fact, use your galley load. Touch them. Throw them to the floor. None of it matters. Touch it to the floor. Here, have a tether. My tether counted right. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did, baby. My tether definitely counted. Ooh, freaking raw. Groovy. We did it. Let's try it again. One more run. As long as we touch the butt of everything, one more run. Ooh. Okay. Okay. This is fine because we're not, if we reduce the charge time on this, that's actually really good because you're using it specifically, not for damage, but you're using it specifically for the fact that you're wanting hatchling. You're just killing, you're doing damage, but you're killing things. Now, I don't know how I feel about using a fusion for ad clear, but yeah, you know, I'll take it as an extra hatchling for Strand. Only for Warlock. I'd only use this on Warlock, to be honest. Everything else, like hatchling on its own, is garbage. It is actually questionably bad. But with Warlock, when you're trying to do the Strand link strats, what the hell? I don't know what I'm looking at. It's a cow with a bunch of like pusses and bugs on top of it. It's really freaking weird. All right. Theoretically, we should be able to get the juice done here. Yep. Touch, it should touch everything. Should touch everything. Um, 65%. All right, let's keep going, buds. I would like to get this bounty done so I don't have to touch it until I have to do my Warlock. Oh, there's an unstop. I didn't see it. You stupid a-hole. No! I better get benefits. 71%. Bro, are you actually gonna like kill him, or we're gonna sit there and play? No one has anti-barrier. Yo, you're throwing. I would have just. Y'all seriously throwing on me. Excuse me, coming through. I'm only here for nightmares. I'm chasing nightmares. I don't want the real thing. I just want nothing but nightmares. Please, sir. I would only like nightmares. I just realized my gun is like, I'm like, there we go, a little bit better. That way I'm not like overwhelming the gun run.
Oh, I ran out just at the wrong freaking time. %. I'm so close. You doorknobs. I think they stole one of the kills that would have counted. Very nice. Did you just blow yourself up? I think you did. Man, it'd be a shame if I were to wipe. I have no heavy for this. All I need is literally like 2 more. We need the 2 to spawn. Once I do it, I'm leaving. Like, I don't actually need to kill her. Like, are you gonna do anything, or are you gonna sit there and stare at it? You got him. You got him, little. Oh no, you're gonna die. Oh no, you got him. Good job. One more. There it is. All right, I'm out. Peace. Sorry, dudes. I got what I needed and got what I wanted. That's all I need. Thank you. Woo! That one's done. Thank God. Nightmare Hunter, Nightmare Sojourner done. Click it off the ticket, baby. Oh. Check and check. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to keep planets. Like, I'm going to keep the plus over the pluses. Like, what the heck? I'll definitely get rid of the planet ones over it any day. So weird. So weird. I don't know how you're expected to keep everything. Like the Nimbus challenge. I guess you technically wouldn't keep Nimbus unless you really want to, because you do Banshee, and then these used to be the rituals. All right, cool. But we're pretty much at the limit, minus a couple bounties and things. Like, I'm seeing 5 I can get rid of. Xenology I probably won't get rid of, because I think 300 XP or whatever is not worth Xenology. Having a cipher in the back of my pocket for new exotics I think is significantly more important to me. All right, we're going to go into the light. I'm just going to do a general run and hope for the best. We're absolutely gonna hope for the best here. And I'm just gonna use the very chill, vibey run, like stuff, right? We'll use Hammerhead, and then for DPS, we'll go to Edge Transit. I don't even know what, like, the rockets. I take that back. What we'll definitely do is we'll just keep Braid Tech Osprey, because I can use it for ad clear and boss damage. And honestly, I really do like enjoying Braid Tech for quick shots. Just like going bop, 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 bop. Want a good purple vibe on it, though. Like a good purple color. That's what I want. I want a good, cool purple. I can't find purple. I would like purple. Nah, that's not good enough.
Pain leads to perfection.
How many like things do I have? 3. I want to get 777. I want to dump my load and hope for the best to get some god rolls. I need to make like a cheat sheet of shinies to get. I've got a shiny of, I don't know why I'm shooting the robots. I got a shiny of Edge Transit, a shiny of Recluse, a shiny Mountaintop, a shiny Luna's Howl. I don't actually have a shiny Blast Furnace.
Fallen Guillotine I don't care about per se because it's not necessarily the the best sword in the game. Bequest is still good. I don't care. I have a shiny Hung Jury that I would only use for PvP. I have a shiny Succession, which is an alternative version of what I actually would use for my crafted version, which has recombination reconstruction, which is fine by me. And I think that in Elsie's rifle, I don't necessarily have a I have a god roll, but not a god roll shiny. It's not really on my, I kind of do want to get one because it's kind of new and rare, but it's not necessary in my opinion. Also, I'm gonna do this now. There it is. Now we got the chain going. Dude, I do like how free this build is. Especially at lower end. It's just absolutely free. And having Vorpal really does come in handy. But it's kind of like you sit in the back, you do some damage. Guys. Then you got dudes like whatever he's using. I'm gonna let you. Surely you can 1v1 him. You did. I believe in you. Thank you. You know what? I'm not gonna mess with the knights. The knights are kind of tanky. Oh, I don't have unstoppable. That's an issue. And apparently they don't either. I'm just gonna let them figure out what champion mods are. I could swap. They really just said screw it, dude. They said I got ball. Oh wait, hey. Well, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate because it's the stupid ogres. That's really unfortunate, dude. That timing. Yeah, baby. That's a timing espresso right there. I'm just gonna kill the ads. Y'all deal with the tormentor. I believe in you. Good luck. My tether's actually doing the work right now, so there's that. Hey, you actually did. Good job, randos. Imagine that. Rando blueberries actually could kill him. Hey, y'all pulled the heavy? I guess it makes sense. I guess that's how you dealt with stupid, hey, you. And that's why I like Frenzy versus Recombination. Because I swap around way too freaking much. Like, I would like a good shiny Recombination, but honestly, Frenzy, this is good enough for me. Yes, 5 more for Blast Radius, but this is good enough for me. Like, I'm set. I would like a decent combination. I think this is fine too. The Blast Radius is ungodly though. God, the only thing I have not gotten from Luna's Howl is a heal clip, incandescent. It's all I care about. Like I have like 30 different PvP roles and it drives me bananas. But I'm definitely gonna go back to try to find a shiny god roll. Like I have god rolls of Edge Transit. Like I have a juicy Envious Assassin bait and switch, like, is primo. But I want a shiny version. It's just agreed. But if I fail, it's okay because at least I have the roll I want out of it. I'm just going for extra, like, cherry on the top. Not necessary. Oh, I need hand cannon. You know what? I am gonna mix the build up a little bit here in a minute. Even though this is very widely better, like incredibly better, especially for ad clear, like I could probably do all the ad clear by myself with this build.
So good. Like, so freaking good. Holy crap, dude. Oh, wait, I got this. Sorry. Sorry. Like, definitely. I am just going to do this. And I'm going to have 0 because of it. But Buried Bloodlines is a fantastic gun. But I am going to use Midnight because I need to get my final Gunsmith bounty done. And it requires hand cannon kills. So we're going to work on hand cannon. Hey, special. Thank you. Juiced. And I do like Buried Bloodlines because it does weaken targets, so it does help, especially in like boss damage if I don't have tether up, which running Falcons isn't going to be up all the time. Nice. I got Devour still procced. Another Crux Termination. I will have to say, I feel like Crux Termination is the Crux Termination is the edge transit of this season. Like, I get a ridiculous amount of it. I don't know why. All right, I got 5. I need 6 in the chamber. Dude, I'm almost at 5,000 legendary shards. Crazy. Bananas. B-I-N-I-G. I know that doesn't spell bananas. I'm just going to use my tether as a panic tether, since I'm not really rocking that build. I do wish I had Firefly to swap to just temporarily at the lower hey, there it is. Hand cannon. We're done. Cool. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna mark this bounty done for Hunter and freaking tastic. Okay, keep devoured procs. Honestly, an SMG might be good here. This is why I like devour proc, because I'm just sitting here like, yeah, I'm not gonna die. Hey, let me help you with that. What's up, dudes? Sorry, I'm just sitting here standing around like an idiot.
Remind me to bring you along the next time.
Yeah, this is why I do prefer the pulse rifle build, because ad clear. This is a little slower. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. And I gotta remember, Devour does give me my grenades back faster. And if I'm proccing with this hand cannon, I'm getting grenade 5% per kill too. Yeah, already got my grenade back, so I gotta remember to be generous with throwing my nades. We're gonna go ahead and heal these guys. Yeah, they're all hurting. Prepare for the boss wave. Aye, aye, Captain.
Put your enemies down before they do the same to you.
All right, we only got 5 in the slot, but oh my god, I almost lost all the slots.
I went in the hole. Sweet baby. I almost fell in the hole. Let's go. No well, which does make me a little sad. But I'm actually not surprised. And I get Devour proc, thank you. I barely missed, that sucks. The damage! I'm pretty sure I did the most damage. I'm pretty sure I didn't see any heavy coming from my teammates. I'm pretty sure I saw. Oh yeah, Tessellation. That's what we're using. Tessellation.
Could always throw more grenades.
Groovy. Yeah, we could always throw more grenades. All right, you go ahead and do whatever. I'm not. You. Delete. I mean, for PvP, that might have been good, but I don't care. I don't know how many LMGs I need to hold on to. I've got like 30. I'm going to go ahead and actually pick up some of this. Yeah, that works. Here, let me help you. I'm just gonna get a casual couple of kills. Is there any others while we're over here? Yeah. Don't mind me just healing up these things because you all blew all your load early for some reason. I understand if you're using solar. You've got like a solar build, that makes sense. But I don't think you're using solar, so it doesn't make sense. So I don't actually know what you're doing. But this is what you get with blueberries.com. You get the blueberry action. But hey, he's not dying. Don't worry, Papa Gaming is here. Papa Gaming will help you. Papa Gaming is gonna try hard. He's got the sweatiness. I've got you, BB. Makeawish.com coming. Reload faster, please. Dude, the wall hacks. So stupid, but I'll take it. All right, more wall hacks. Thank you. Oh no, I was trying to hot swap to my rocket. Baby's down. Baby's down. Man down. He caught me with my pants down. Or metaphorically, he caught me with my grenade, my rocket not out. I was just gonna swing my rocket around. I was gonna show everyone my giant rocket.
It's invisible, but it's there. See, look, don't you like my rocket? It's pretty big. It's pretty big. It's a big boy rocket, okay? All right. We definitely got to go through the vault a little bit. I got to delete like some old armor or something. I got to make at least 10 slots because I'm already filled to the brim of loot. Here, have that. Thank you. Yeah, that sucks because I probably would have had the whole cave killed. Well, I'm already there. That's unfortunate. I'm already there. I'm already filled. Pretty sure. There you go. There's kinetic tremors. Doing the Lord's work against the trash. I'm focusing up. Mostly because I focus. That's kind of what I do. Dude, I've had Devour up pretty consistently. Yeah, it just went up. Also, this build lets me hit all 3 enemy types. All 3 enemy types. Oh, I can literally control all 3 enemy types with this, which is absolutely cracked.
Pure combat potential. Make me proud.
I will try to make you proud, Daddy. Actually, he's technically husband, but I got the bow, but I didn't expect getting the bow. I would be forced to marry a fictional character. Like, I feel like that's against my consent. I want to talk to my lawyers. Like, you can keep the children, but the loot's mine. Y'all good over there? Like, tell me you can't. No, thank you. I was about to say, no shot. A bunch of blueberries can't handle a base wizard. No shot. Thank you. Don't mind me, invisible boy. I'm a visible boy. Don't mind me. Boop, boop. All right, see y'all out there as a side. My name's Jeff. I hope, and I'm going to be honest, I hope that they add more to Onslaught in the future. And realistically, I feel like Onslaught could replace Gambit. Or Gambit could be like what they really should do for Gambit is they need to remove the invasions altogether and make it just a race. A PV, like a PvE, and the PvP is the competition version. Take away the heavy sources to only like specific enemies, like how it is now, but take away the guaranteed boxes of it. That way it just reduces dramatically the uptime of heavy. So it's more just like builds and loadouts, and it does slow it down, but at the same time, it's all a competition. Instead of just feeling bad like you have no shot, I feel like there's other catch-up mechanics that could achieve. Where's this guy going? Oh, there. I just feel like they could definitely make Gambit good, but they just refuse to put any effort into something that's now free. If Gambit was a paid expansion or DLC, they definitely would put more effort into it. The moment it became free is the moment it sealed its death. Truthfully, the moment Gambit became free is the moment it died.
because they're not going to put, they're going to put minimal effort into anything free, because that's not where they get money. Hence why the armor, all the armor we ever get in this game, outside of a couple instances, is actually worth it. Most of it's just S tier trash. And this is why having all champion loadouts feels really good. I'm doing this because there's heavy right there, and this is the last wave. There's no reason to hold any heavy. It's better to just blow thy load. Absolutely blow it. Just blow it all. Just blow it all, baby. Throw nades, use your supers. There's no reason to ever hold back on the 9th wave. Unless you're trying to build up stacks for DPS or something. I also would try to avoid picking up as much ammo as possible because it will proceed forward. I'm also going to do what they're refusing to do, which is heal the stupid thing. You got to play smart. Even though this is normal, people still die in normal. Like the amount of times people just die to stupid crap on normal or just over. It's crazy. Like you have to play smart. Excuse me, nothing to see here, Chief. There we go. Yeah, I love the rocket because of the utility of being a... Yes, it doesn't do the most damage, but it's like the best void rocket we have. Envious Assassin just getting 6 shots, pumping out as much damage as possible. Always a juicy way. Slide shot, opening shot. And then 9 makes it 61. Honestly, might be worth keeping considering all things. How much do I have in the Postmaster? Not a lot. Dude, I got another Envious Assassin bipod. How many of those am I gonna get, dude? Like, I have this roll, but an arc. It's crazy. Correct extermination, God rolls up the booty. I see a bunch of freaking knights, and I don't want to mess with it. Well, at least you saw the opportunity to use your super, so I'll give you credit for that. Yeah, you don't want to mess around with the night runs because they will screw you. Dead. Dead.
Dead. Dead. Let's go. Chain those melee finishers. Are you lost? Little butt over there was like, huh? All right, demolitionists. We do want to kill those quickly because they will screw us over. I am not jerking around with them. Absolutely not. There you go. Have a good time. Yeah. Get rid of the stupid wizards. Focus on the big boys. Easy. As long as you're playing smart. Onslaught can be an easy. Even on Legend. It's just sometimes you get a really bad luck of the draw and you have to be smart with your supers. Like that wave made a lot of sense to use tether because there was a lot of big boys. And it's easy to get overwhelmed with a bunch of ogres, knights, like specific RNG runs could really screw you over. Like this one, I don't think you would need to use tether because it looks like a little baby. Yeah, nothing really overly oppressive. Wizards can go fast, but generally they're usually not as threatening compared to knights, like gold bar knights. They do hit a lot though. You do have to be careful that if it is like an arc singe, they will just toast you. You guys deal with them. I'll take care of the weight sitting on where the hell this pyramid is. I don't know what the heck it's supposed to do. Is also, we probably I should have picked up the heavy because it's not retroactive. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up the heavy now. There we go. Nice. Good stuff.
Execute all targets and make sure.
Yeah, don't try to be too conservative if you're heavy, because you'll get to that instance where you lose out in a box for no reason. And you can kill things faster. Just die. Thanks, Chief. Yeah, having Devour up for 14 seconds is super nice on this build, because it gives you plenty of time to try to pick off some enemies. And then getting 10 seconds of invisibility is pretty nice. Bye-bye.
A triumphant tactics.
It was triumphant. I appreciate you for that, mate. All right, 6 in the mag. I'm ready to blow thy load against whatever comes at me. I do need to get rid of these prime engrams. We're almost at, let's see, 400, which will be 40 drops. I want to get 70 drops. It's stupid that it stops at 77, because that just means you're only going to be able to get 77 weapons. And if you get 3 more, you can get 78. Kind of weird. Might as well throw the grenade because you got Devour activated and you're getting 5% per kill because of Midnight Coup. And I'm already going to get my nade pretty quickly. I'm not even going to mess around. Just show your face. Show your face. Throw a nade. I definitely got to use the restroom. So bad, dude. Oh my god, it's in me. No. No. Dude, I'm fighting 2 fights right now. The fight in the game and the fight in my stomach. Sweet baby, take the wheel. Just die. Everything needs to die. Oh, hey. Easy. There you go. Good job. Good job, team. Oh, sweet mama. We're almost at the boss. You know, I may have to AFK the boss. I may be... Oh, well, yeah, I'm definitely not AFKing this because we need to nuke these guys quick. I'm going to do this. Let you guys deal with that. I'm going to throw a nade. This is 29. There's no reason to hoard heavy, so use the heavy. We got tether up. No reason at all. Okay, he's almost dead. It's fine. We had plenty of time. Yep. This is exactly why I tethered that corner, because it slowed them down long enough for us to do it. You would do the same thing for Legend. You just kill everything. Okay.
This is a gauge of pure combat potential.
I don't want to do AFK the boss fight, but I'm definitely going to have to because I got to use the restroom. I'm going to grab the heavy and then come back and then blitz so quickly. I'll be back. I'm back for 2 seconds. I'm back for 2 seconds.
Oh, it was a multi-wave chat. Oh, I had to use the restroom. That was really bad. I feel really bad because the other guy rage quit probably because he got tired of not being able to do anything. Granted, this other guy's using a freaking bad exotic for Onslaught, or at least for the build that he's rocking. Unironically, Exit has joined us. Hopefully Exit isn't going to exit.
Cade would have been proud of how you ran through that like it was a game.
Would he have been proud? I don't know. I don't know if he'd be proud. He would not be proud that I had the blast in my tummy nearly as much as what I just experienced. I also have to pee again. This is ridiculous. You know, I'm going to hold it. I really do have to go pee again. Got 20 seconds. Holy crap, dude. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, talk about really bad timing. I had an onslaught in my tummy. That's how bad of a time it was. An absolute onslaught in my tum-tum. Oh, I'm trying to recollect myself because that was tough, dude. That was a challenge and a half in my tums. Just do it because you're gonna get more. Yeah, when it's nights, I just don't hesitate. Especially the big boy nights with shields. Yeah, they're like super annoying, so I don't even jack with it. Yeah, this build is really nice. It's a switchblade that can handle any champion. I'm picking up, thank you. This is a really bad time too, though. This is one of those times you do want to go ahead and just tether both and nuke them. Because we have ogres, and that's kind of sucky. I'm focusing up because one bad move can destroy a run. He's already dead. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and heal this guy because it's already weakened. There's some heavy here. I'm gonna pick up some juice. Oh, and that's gonna go to... I am kind of scared though how much stuff is in my inventory, because there's a lot that's go into it. And I have 10 spoils of conquest I do not want deleted. I do not want my spoils deleted. I don't know why that thing dings. It barely gets touched and it freaks out. Nice. I didn't expect that to hit, to be honest. Very good. Gotta remember, I do get plenty of grenade energy just to go ahead and use it. So with Devour and this Indomitability. Yeah, already got the grenade. Already got it back. Yeah, you just really got to remember that little detail. You get so much energy with Devour and Indomitability stacked. It's just free. You're throwing if you don't pay attention to that energy regen. There's a over. It's unstoppable somewhere. Yeah.
Best your opponents and survive. Victory is a matter
Best your opponents and survive. If you don't, you're going to die. Oh, what? See, I told you, you don't best your opponents, you're gonna die, and that's exactly what happened. He died. He dead. He deaded. He done deaded, dude. He done deaded. It does. No shame to people who are new. But the amount of people that don't know how to survive is crazy, especially playing Pantheon. People don't know how to play their life. Like, I'm always like doing crazy stunt maneuvers just so I don't die, because I don't want to be that guy that dies all the time. So I'm like doing crazy acrobatic crap. Like, that is my I just don't want to be that guy that constantly dies. And it really aggravates me when I fail because I'm not doing the mechanics right. Now, if it's something that I don't care, like if I'm running with the clan and it's like Crota's End and it's like the beginning encounter, I really don't care. So I really just do whatever, and my brain turns the crap off. And that's just how it is. But like Pantheon, I actually try to put some effort into doing it, especially if it's something. Like, I force myself into roles that normally I don't do because I want a refresher and I want to be able to do it. And I think that's important when it comes to Pantheon. I think people just don't understand that you need to be able to play multiple roles in Pantheon. In fact, that is the biggest issue I have with people who have no idea what they're doing when it comes to Pantheon. Like, there's learning by watching a video and then, you know, demanding. If people watch a video and they join a Sherpa, that's great. I think that's great, because at least you know you're knowledgeable, you understand it. You just have to put it into practice. Maybe someone needs to coach you. But then there's joining an LFG and expecting people to teach you or demand that they do the work for you. I think that's crazy. You should not join Pantheon expecting to do ad clear. You should expect to actually do the mechanics itself. Especially when you start getting into like orcs. Orcs, everyone
needs to be able to do the part because it's RNG and who has to do the mechanic. And if you're one of those people like, I only do ad clear, well, you're never going to do Oryx. You're never going to be able to do other encounters that require a full team. It's not just Root of Nightmares, the raid. This is a boss gauntlet. It's not a raid. It's a back-to-back challenge. And so the amount of people, and I see it, people are like, oh, well, you guys are elitist, or you're the reason you guys are ruining the community, or Bungie's catering to the elitist. When in actuality, the game is easier than dirt right now. We are, like right now, I am casually doing under-leveled. Okay, well, I'm playing like an idiot, an absolute idiot. What is the surge, by the way? I guarantee it's probably void and I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I'm playing stupid. There it is. Boop. But the game is actually very easy. You just got to play smart. That's the difference. The game is actually easy. You have to play smart sometimes, though. You can't just, you're not God 24/7. And as much as I like feeling like God and just being overpowered and powerful, you actually have to be thoughtful in this game. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Truthfully, I don't think there's anything wrong with being forced to think about your actions and your choices. And I'm going to say something controversial. I do think a lot of reasons why people find Destiny to be hard is because it's 100% a skill issue. Because people are unwilling to learn. They want to just do the thing. They don't want to actually learn how to do it. They want to turn their brain off and just do it. Because if they actually learned how to do it, they would realize most of this game is easy. Because the builds, like the supers and the ability regen, like I've not really been dying, and my brain has been turned off this entire time because I've had to Devour up the entire majority of this run. Just running around shooting things, killing everything with minimal thought processes going inside my brain. That boss fight, we just destroyed it. We're under level. Again, no hate. Oh, I gotta boost the things because this is it, I believe. I'm gonna do it anyways, just because we have gold boys everywhere, so might as well go ahead. We might be blitzing this faster. If this is 40, then we are definitely blitzing faster than I thought on this run. Yeah, we're on 40, so we are actually blitzing, which is pretty good. Like, you could definitely do normals fast, and it'll be faster than legend, and you'll probably save a little bit of time. I'm not going to waste my time throwing balls except for healing. I lied. Psych! It was right there. Oh, knights. That's a big boy. I will go ahead and kill this guy. That's a lot of dudes in there. I'm definitely going to take advantage of killing everything. I got you, bud. We're cooking.
We're cooking. Oh, baby, we're cooking. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Now that I know this is Bob the Builder time, I'm going to be buying in all of these. This is the only time that buying tripwire is actually worth it. I feel like buying the side freaking things are only good for when you have the knights. I do feel like having one here, these two are important because a lot of enemies just come from this way or this way. Point exactly. Go away. I'm gonna blow this load first, and then I'm gonna probably hopefully get my tether back for this. Yeah, they've already picked it, so I've got to go ahead and just shoot. Blow thy load and then pick it up anew. You got to be really aware of your surroundings. Take advantage of your heavy blast, everything you can. Very nice. Max special. We're locked. We're loaded. I am going to take this opportunity to check to see what I got. Garbage. Thank you. There's no reason to like blitz through this outside of maybe saving some time. We'll let you get that res on him. I'm gonna check. Tempting, but I can tell by the range it's bad. Yeah. I'm looking for the healing, baby. Can you give me some heals? Heal clip kill. Ah, I hate you. Truly, I hate you. Yeah, trash, you garbage. There, I weakened it for you. I love when you apply weaken, it also activates Gerfalcons with the fragment or aspect, whatever. It synergizes nicely with this sidearm. It's like always, as long as I get a kill with Devoured procced, I'm guaranteed to get free invisibility. And I love it. All right, here we go. This is only the last couple. Unless we really screw up here, or they screw up, we should be groovy. Let's see, 358. Okay, doesn't look like this is a wave I need to necessarily waste with tether. I'm gonna try to throw some nades though. So we'll essentially have, this is a freebie. You just have to play it by ear. I am going to try to get Devour procced. Or he could just burn everything and I can't get anything activated.
Bonus activity. This is for pyramids. This is scary. Okay, this isn't... There's nothing really here that is concerning to me. I am going to try to conserve my heavy as much as possible. Because none of these enemies aren't anything to worry about. These are. I hate these guys, and I will kill them. But overall, I wouldn't worry or stress too much. I am going to try to get, because having heavy for the end would be very nice. All right, 12. 13. There you go. Here we go. We got heavy. So we can blow our load a little bit now. Tormentor. This is the time to blow thy load. That's an exotic. What an interesting place to have an exotic drop, right by the box. I would have let it go to the postmaster because that's a better spot for me. I'm actually more concerned about the knights than the tormentor. The tormentor will be fine. In fact, if you have him stuck like that, that's perfect. Like, the only thing you have to worry about is just making sure that you don't get hit by him. And generally, it takes a lot to get those things killed, even on Legend. I've got Devour. I'm going to go ahead and weaken him. And I'm just going to keep shooting him because he's just eventually going to... We're eventually going to kill him. This is the last round, so it doesn't even matter. Here, Shax, you did such a good job. I'm going to heal you. There you go.
Best your opponents.
You're the real G.
Victory is a matter of will.
You're a real G, Shax. Yeah, a real J. A straight up J. This is going to be perfect timing because I'm going to finish this and it's going to be time for me to go to bed. A very productive stream. Oh, you're gonna... Why would you put a well there? But okay, whatever. Like, I don't understand people who put well or don't even know what they're doing. Like, you do more damage by killing the thing. There. Now you guys should be good. You should be able to... We should be able to nuke the boss. There it is. You're welcome. I got the last... Ah, you robbed me of the last kill, you pricks. And in an hour. Very juiced. There we go. We got Lunas. I don't know how subsistence works. I don't know how this subsistence magnificent how works. But it has a master reload and I don't care. So bye-bye. Okay, let me guess. Another loony. Yes, finally. We got one. Finally. And it has a flared magwell. Thank you. And it has a handling, which is fine. Better handling. Reload would have been better. Finally. That's all I can get off this gun now. All I wanted was a hill clip, incandescent. That way I could just have it to use it. I still think I'm going to like Zalo's Bane better in general. I feel like this is significantly better. But I'm willing to try when we can enhance this one. I'm willing to give it the... With heal clip, I'm willing to give it the good old 1-2. How many kills? Yeah, that's what I thought. Doing literally the Lord's work with DPS here, or ad clear. The little sidearm, this build right here is really, really good with the Void Kit. I can deal with every champion and do good ad clear. Sounds freaking fantastic. All right, let's go check what's in the... I'm afraid to look. Oh, it's almost full. It's not full, but it's almost there. Ugh. And then we have the inventory here, which is fine because I actually need another exotic. So add that to the list. Inventory prep. Hunter. Boop. There it is. We got ourselves one of those. $369. Jinkies. Almost to 400. All right, let's just clear out. Because I want tomorrow to be clean. Delete. I'll keep that there. I don't know how I feel about this. This has smart. Because you want just direct impact. It has reload, just fine. So this theoretically can get up to 6 shots for arc. So for a arc damage for like, yeah, this might not be bad for burst damage for arc. Actually, I'm thinking right now for this week, tomorrow, this might be good for Nezarec. Not Nezarec, but for Rolk. If you're doing, yeah, Rex Termination, being able to blow your load really quickly. That actually might come in very, very handily. Okay, Encore, Magnificent Hal. And then that makes it 70. This actually might be good. Or I can max out. This bumps it up to 50. I mean, yeah, honestly, Encore, Magnificent Hal, like I don't care about Encore, but if I did, this makes it a 70 roll. That's juiced. That's trash. Oh, I don't know why that's not locked. That should be instantly locked. I don't know why some of these rolls aren't locked. Like, what the hell? That needs to be locked because that's done. I'm questioning my life choices right now. All right. I've got to make room. We've got to make room. I have to make room. I don't have enough room in my vault, so I have to delete things. One, two, three. We got to do this for me. All right, let's be honest. Even though this is good, no one uses Fatebringer. Time lost for PvP. Goodbye. I want to keep this, but I don't use aggressives very often for PvP. Even though that's what people are saying you should be using. I don't know if it's that good or not. I'm going to say, as much as I like Thoughtless, I'm going to have to Thought out because rapid fires are better. Goodbye. I'm keeping one because it's Adept and you can't get it anymore. All right, we've got to choose one. I mean, stability probably is better. I mean, I don't know. Rapid hit, this for consistency's sake, it might feel good. Oh, quick, that snapshot. This is opening shot. Zen moment, keep away. Honestly, I'd rather keep the Zen moment explosive for PvP. Keep away seems like it would be good, but it's also a 200. So like, goodbye. Let's see. This has Onslaught. I never got any other roll. This one's probably my favorite because of the consistency of target lock. Keep away feels really good. Keep away, kill clip, head seeker rapid hit, and Firefly Connect tremors, which is kind of like, if you think about it, it's kind of redundant because, yeah, I would not use kinetic and tremors. Now, Firefly One for All, that's a different story. I have a
This is probably the best. No, wait, what? Yeah, spike grenades, lead from gold, which is not bad. Honestly, though, if you're going to use lead for gold, you need the reload. Kinetic tremors, precision is actually a fantastic combination because you're getting increased damage because of precision instrument, but you're also doing damage because of kinetic tremors. It's actually a good combination. Rewind rounds precision is actually pretty neat because you're just holding the trigger. Kinetic tremors, explosive payload, just good in general. Blast furnace, I think this is pretty good overall. I wish this was frenzy or something. I don't know. I wish it was more than that. This one is perpetual. Oh, this is the generic one they give you. This one's interesting because this does has frenzy and demolitionist, but also as an adrenaline junkie. I feel like if I'm wanting a build with grenade and as a reload masterwork and the blast radius, like this is, I think is pretty good to keep. I got a shiny for PvP. Ox breathing cheesing. Succession. Redirection. Wait a minute. I take that back. Damaging ring file. Combatants increases damage against. Okay, this is stupid. I'm thinking about this, and this is actually stupid because I thought it was recombination. This is redirection. I'm not going to. If this would be good if I was using this with Discord, but for no, goodbye. I don't need a shiny version of that because I have a crafted version and I'm okay with that. All right, now we can start dumping the rest of the junk in here. Don't mind me, just dumping my load in here. Let's see. This is definitely a juiced roll. Being able to do burst damage with strand will come in handy. 2 of these is very interesting, but one's for PvP, one's for PvE. Like shoot to loot, pretty good. Rufus's Fury, this is pretty good for PvE. Don't know how I'll use it. There's that. Let's see, lead from gold explosive, triple tap Vorpal. This is a very interesting dilemma. Because I also have Bottomless Grief. You can't get any more explosive. This is also a boss, like a damage perk. Explosive payload. Vorpal is a 15% triple tap. I don't know. I'm keeping both just in case it ever becomes useful for any odd reason. Iona Draconis. I just don't use, like, I need to use this in PvP. It may not be nearly as good anymore. This is sunsetted. I'm not getting rid of this because you can't get this roll anymore, and it's an absolute cracked roll for PvE or PvP, depending. I'm gonna delete the Vorpal because I just feel like this one, snapshot moving targets, better. I don't use snipers at all, so there's that. Dynamic, kill clip, target locked, kill clip. Overflow Onslaught, which sounds very interesting. I really wish it was like a real incandescent. Slide shot, I feel like is overrated. Zen moment, tap the trigger. Rewind rounds, target locked. There's a crap ton of this stuff I have to go through. As much as this really pains me because I've got 1,000 kills on this corrective measures, but honestly, this corrective measures has been like killed out of existence. It does do 35%, which is the same thing as bait and switch, but I just feel like Hammerhead just does more with it. It hurts my soul. I don't want to get rid of it. I am going to get rid of this though. We got Reconstruction bait and switch, which is fantastic. I love it. And then we got this one, which I can enhance at a later time.
Target locked. Let's see. Subsistence incandescence. That is actually a pretty fantastic roll to rock. And it has extended mag, which is pretty good. Clown cartridge. I have so many different versions. Slide shot, bide shot. Cold steel, which is the last one I have. I have a hullabaloo. Envious onslaught, rampage onslaught, rewind killing tally, envious killing tally, rewind. Wait, I have 2 of these. That is a reload. That's 73 in the mag. I feel like you want to have max damage. I'm going to delete you. Vorpal surrounded. Frenzy bait and switch. Relentless eager edge. Relentless strikes eager edge. Which one's better? Balance guard. This one's had sword, so I'm going to delete you and keep the sword master. Frenzy bait and switch. Don't I have 2 of these already? No, yeah, I do. What the hell? Sword master. Delete that. This one has chain reaction, bait and switch, frenzy, impulse. I'll keep it because it could be useful for something. I don't know what yet. Falling guillotine. Relentless strikes. I think this is still pretty good. I'm going to keep this just in case for some odd reason attrition orbs is necessary. Because it creates an orb of power, which could be useful for like a damage phase or something. Yeah, I've got to go through all these armor sets. Big bank deletion coming in the future for sure. Any armor pieces that need the boost. This one does. I don't know what it is, but I'm using it for something. So boop, there you go. Capes are not necessary. Capes are not friends. Capes to get deleted. Goodbye. So long. I'll keep one because we might need it for Riven. All right. I will worry about the damage tomorrow. Random. Got that. All right. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Thank you guys for checking out the stream. Until next time, don't forget to be the best version of yourself. And as always, game out.